before we jump in, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Listen, this channel is for people who want to have real conversations, no fluff, authentic, where we talk about money, mindset, and relationships and everything else under the sun, as long as it gets back to the money and how we can level up in life. Now, let's be real. Subscribing to this channel helps my content reach more people, which gets me closer to monetization so I can continue to keep giving you high quality content. Now, if you rock with that, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. Let's get back to the video. What's the word? What's good with it? Welcome to another show, one of the dopest shows on YouTube, where we talk about everything under the sun as long as we get back to the money, real conversations, and real solutions. I'm your host, Courtney Edgar. Yeah. Listen, pardon my voice. Your boy was getting over a little sickness, which is one of the reasons I didn't do the live stream yesterday. But like I said, I ain't gonna let y'all down. I couldn't completely skip the week, so I'll make sure I'm showing up. But I'm good. I'm just trying to get the voice back. So overall, I'm good. I'm back right. I'm straight. The sickness is gone. It's just the voice is the last thing to recover. All right. But before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Also, make sure you hit the bell notification, as well as make sure you become part of the ENG community. That's 99 cents a month. And make sure you support the retirement fund. Invest in Courtney Edgar CEO retirement fund. Yeah, definitely. But only if you're truly rocking with the channel, only if you're truly rocking with me, only if you feel as if it's feasible for you to do so. Not begging for it or anything like that, but I'm just letting you know if you want to support the channel, go ahead and lock in and support the retirement fund. All right. So look, we got a lot of topics to cover today. We got a lot. When I say a lot, we got a lot to cover. We got to talk about Michael Jackson in the movie, dog. We got to talk about Trump assassination attempt. We're gonna talk about Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson. We got to talk about that. Then we got to dive into what else we got. We got a Kendrick G topic. We got a Michelle Obama and Angel Reese topic. Dog, we got a lot of things to cover today. So buckle in, grab your drinks, grab your popcorn, be ready to engage. So let's go ahead and rock out. So the first topic, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it and get out the way since I've already seen it. Let's talk about the Michael Jackson movie, dog. Listen, for those of you who came up around the American Dream days, right? When Jason Weaver played Little Michael, that whole debacle when they had the 2-part series, that was the it movie for the Michael Jackson fans, the Michael Jackson lovers, to oh shit, this is how he grew up, all the way, I guess you can say all the way up to the end, the last tour for the Jackson 5. Now, I'm not going to give y'all everything, but I'm going to say, for me personally, that movie, best movie I've seen. I think American Dream falls to number 2. And this new Michael Jackson movie is the number 1. Fuck what Rotten Tomatoes talking about. Fuck what the critics is talking about. I think that movie was dope because it dives in deeper to who Michael actually was. Yeah, the Jackson 5 was there, Jermaine Tito, but y'all remember in American Dream how it kind of dove into it was kind of talking about everybody, almost like a lot about Jermaine and his relationship with Barry Gordy's daughter, things like that. No, this was strictly laser focused in on Michael and how Michael became who he is and the reasons as to why he is who he was. Right. So I want to listen to Neil Long and them talk about it on Good Morning Show. Good morning America. I think it's Good Morning America. So we're gonna dive into it and then I'll give my thoughts and opinions on it. All right, so let's go ahead and rock out.
Michael's album. So we're gonna do a bunch of songs.
Joseph, I need to think.
No, sir. I told you what to think.
I ain't gonna hold you. Shout out to Coleman Domingo, dog. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He did a phenomenal job as Joe Jackson, bro. He did a phenomenal job, dog. For real.
You got a problem with that, Michael?
We need to have a reasonable conversation about this, Joseph.
You think now because you're a big superstar and you got this big hit album that you're better than everybody in this house. Is that it? You're better than your brothers. Your mother and me.
Nia, welcome back. Coleman, welcome back.
Thank you.
You know, it was an ambitious undertaking, to say the least. I saw it a few days ago. You're both marvelous in the film. I'm not just saying that because you're sitting here, but you're telling the story of Michael Jackson, the biggest star on the planet for the 80s, the 90s. How do you even begin to tell that story?
With honesty. You just have to stay in the moment with honesty. I think for me, Catherine, a lot of the preparation came with the hair, the makeup, the teeth, the wardrobe, and just understanding her grace and her love and her patience and her commitment to her family. Yeah.
Do we know if Catherine Jackson has she seen the film?
Jafar said that she's seen it.
Yeah.
She's seen the film and she said she felt like, you brought Michael back to me.
Yeah,
wow.
she loved it.
Thing. She loved it. We both had a chance to speak with her and sit with her on our premiere night a couple nights ago. It was extraordinary.
That's our praise.
And the whole family.
That's our praise. Yeah. Coleman, you played Joe Jackson. And for folks who are familiar with the Jackson family dynamic, Joe, complicated character, to say the least.
Yeah, well, he's a father. He's a father, and I feel like I took the lens of really looking at Joe, examining him from the point of view of being a father, a blue-collar father at a certain time in America when all he had was to give himself to his family to make sure they succeeded. And so, it was rigor, work ethic, and
discipline.
And discipline. But also, the beautiful thing is, there was an interview that Jackie just did the other day, just explained that his father was really helped them and guided them to be the performers that they were. They wanted to be performers. Mm-hmm. And Joe really, he saw what his children were, and he really made sure that
he pushed them.
I think so. This is where a lot of people have a conflict. We always see the bad. We always see the bad. We always look at the bad. Because even in the movie theater, there were some people, they were getting, when Michael was getting his ass whooped, I was like, you know what? Michael might be a little bad. Now, when I say bad, I'm not talking about like a degenerate bad. I'm talking more so like just being a kid. You got to get him in line. It's like, hey, look, you 8 years old, you talking back. Like, who you talking to, bro? Who you talking to? No, you an 8-year-old. You talking to a grown up. Now, was Joe a little bit extreme? Yes, absolutely. Because you also got to think about the times too. Back in the 60s, dog. You're talking about back in the 60s. But the good side of what made Michael Jackson who Michael Jackson was the discipline. We got to be perfect. Even when you think you did great, you can improve. You can get better. You got to be as perfect as you possibly can. Now, did some of that end up becoming an extreme? Yes. However, there are some good things to it. So therefore, if Joe didn't instill the discipline, you got to be the best. If you want to be number one, you got to put in the work. You got to do what other motherfuckers won't do. That's part of the game. So even when you have, even when you're, you have to go to school the next day, but you got a concert that night, or you got a show you got to do that night. Hey, I got a show to do. As soon as the show's over with, damn man, we did good. All right, get your instruments out. We gotta work. So it comes with the territory. It comes with the good and the bad. If you got the bad, then also that's good that comes with it. So therefore, instead of us always looking at the bad side of things that always come out, we also got to be able to see the goodness. Because I mean, again, Michael Jackson, as much as he despised his father, but he loved his family, right? The biggest, and he was afraid of his dad. He was. But the bigger thing is that's the good thing that Joe instilled in Michael Jackson. One of the things that he instilled in Michael. You got to put in the work, bro. You got to be perfect. And so therefore that carried on to the rest of his career, his solo career. And we know him today as the king of pop, one of the best to ever fucking do it. So it comes with the good and the bad, man.
Pushed him hard.
Yeah, but
abusive at times.
Yeah, but, you know what? Listen, I don't have anything. I don't know what to say about that because I wasn't there. But all I do know is that his work ethic and his rigor.
Again, the movie only gives us so much, right? It can only give us so much. So if we're just gonna go based off of the movie in itself, I call it being a very stern, hard-headed father who only sees it his way. Abuse, you could make a case for it. Excuse me, just based off the video, y'all. Don't come out, they say, just going based off of the movie in itself. That could be the case. He probably was whooping ass just to be whooping it. Could be the case. But again, you got to remember the times. That was in the 60s, 70s. You was getting your ass whooped. Every kid was getting their ass whooped.
It produced the most incredible musicians on this planet.
Now, when folks watch this, what do you want them to leave? Because first of all, they'll leave the theater singing and dancing because all of Michael's hits are in the film. But what do you want them to take with them when they leave?
Just an appreciation for his body of work. What Michael Jackson has contributed to the arts and to music it's created. The music alone tells a story. There's history. There's the visuals. He's one of the first artists to ever Black artists to appear on MTV.
Yeah.
And I think these videos were like short films, storytelling. But to celebrate his legacy, to celebrate the man behind the music.
To that end, and I don't want to give away too much, but the film does stop in 1988.
Yes.
Several years before the first child molestation allegations were made. And, we live in an environment now where we take survivors of sexual abuse, we take their stories very seriously. What would you say to folks who see this and they're like, you know what? They whitewashed that part. They didn't even include that part. How do you reconcile your performance with that?
I think the film takes place, from the 60s to 1988. So it does not go into the first allegations in like 2005. Right. So basically we center it on the makings of Michael. So it's an intimate portrait of who Michael is. So really just
through his eyes.
Through his eyes. No, I'm saying through his eyes, truly. So that's what it is. So that's what this film is. And there's a possibility of it being a part 2. That may deal with some other things that happen afterwards. This is about the making of Michael, how he was raised, and then how he was trying to find his voice as an artist and be a solo artist. And then the movie, that's what I have to say about that.
But it sounds like there may be a sequel.
Could be a sequel.
There could be.
It could be. We don't know yet.
The price is right.
We don't know, but we had a good time. But this film is, I just saw it again, and it's such joy and love. And
that would be dope
in the theater with people. Yes. It's big. Go see it in IMAX. Right. But it's something to bring us together again.
Michael is in theaters this Friday. Coleman, thank you. Neil Long, thank you. Third hour.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Listen, the way that it ended, the way that the setup was, hey, I won't be mad if there's a part 2. I will not be mad, and so therefore we can dive into his entire solo career. I think that's dope. So this is almost like I would say this one is almost like a reboot. This is almost like a reboot of the American Dream. But it's just seeing it from when you go back and look at American Dream, right? You're seeing everybody. Everybody's within it. Everybody's in it. Right? The LaToyas, the Rebas, shit. They even mentioned Janet's name in the American Dream. You mentioned Tito, you mentioned Jermaine. So you're touching on you're touching on the bit of everybody's life. Even Joe's, a little bit of what he had going on the outside. You know, him fucking around with other chicks and shit like that, right? But this was all through Michael's lens. This is all from his viewpoint. And so if we're able to get a part 2, we can dive into it. But I want to speak on this too. First and foremost, shout out to Jafar Jackson, bro. Shout out to Jafar Jackson, and I forgot the other kid's name who played Little Michael. Dog, when I tell you they did phenomenal. Phenomenal. I was in there watching Jafar like a proud father. I said, dog, this dude really looking like Michael right now. I'm talking about he embarked him. I don't know if Michael was in his spirit. I don't know. He embarked every bit of Michael. It was like we was actually watching Michael Jackson in real time, bro. That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. So shout out to Jafar. Shout out to him. So I honestly and truly hope that they come out with a part 2 on this. I really do. Hopefully they come out with a part 2. I think that'd be dope. And another thing I want to speak on, if they do, hopefully they do. You know the allegations. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Michael did it. I don't. The reason why I say it is because when you gonna look at this movie again, because it says the making of Michael, right? The making of him. When you consider that, in the fact that when he started singing around number 6, 5, 6, some shit, 8, somewhere around there. When you consider the fact that you ain't got no school, barely, no friends, you're always working, no show, all you're doing is shows and practice, traveling, shows, practice. You have no time at all to be a kid at all. And then when you dive deeper into who he is just as an individual, Michael loved animals. He was an animal person. Those, when you look at it, like, damn, those were his friends. Literally, like no exaggeration. The animals, which is why he bought Bubbles, the chimp, right? So when you start to look at that and then you start talking about these allegations, like, nah, nigga, I don't believe that. I don't believe not an ounce of what y'all talking about. I don't. All those allegations, I don't believe it. I don't. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Call a spade a spade. But hey, the movie was great. 10 out of 10 for me. Go watch it if you haven't. Definitely get in there and watch it. I think it's a great watch. It's one of those things that you can watch over and over again. I think it's literally one of those things you can watch over and over again. So I think that's pretty dope. So yeah. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification, dog. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean?
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these 2 videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
So let's get into this Trump. Let's get into the Trump situation. Trump, there was a assassination attempt for the 3rd time on Trump at a speaking event. So we're gonna dive into it and see what the hell transpired, and then we will give our thoughts and our opinions, dog. So, oh shit, excuse me. So let's go ahead and rock out.
Yeah, that's the hammer. So 40 just went by. It looked like he checked it twice.
Lieutenant Hudson, you monitoring this area?
Here it comes up.
Go for
Shall I post it as soon as he passed down Max?
18, go for
Yeah, that's the hammer. So 40 just went by. It looked like he checked it twice. Yes, the handler said 40 just moved.
Very unexpected, but incredibly acted upon by Secret Service and law enforcement. And this was an event dedicated to freedom of speech that was supposed to bring together members of both parties with members of the press. And in a certain way, it did, because the fact that they just unified, I saw a room that was just totally unified. It was in one way very beautiful, a very beautiful thing to see. A man charged a security checkpoint armed with multiple weapons, and he was taken down by some very brave members of Secret Service, and they acted very quickly and have just released, for purposes of transparency, clarity, I've ordered it to be put out. You probably have it by now, put out on Truth and put out on many of the platforms. A tape showing the violence of this thug that attacked our Constitution, and also showing how quickly Secret Service and law enforcement acted on our country's behalf. Really did a great job. One officer was shot, but saved by the fact that he was wearing obviously a very good bulletproof vest. He was shot from very close distance with a very powerful gun, and the vest did the job. I just spoke to the officer, and he's doing great. He's in great shape. He has very high spirits, and we told him we love him and respect him, and he's a very proud guy. He's very proud of what he does, Secret Service agent. And we looked at all of the conditions that took place tonight, and I will say, you know, it's not a particularly secure building. And I didn't want to say this, but this is why we have to have all of the attributes of what we're planning at the White House. It's actually a larger room, and it's much more secure. It's drone proof, it's bulletproof glass. We need the ballroom. That's why Secret Service, that's why the military are demanding it. They've wanted the ballroom for 150 years for lots of different reasons, but today's a little bit different, because today we need levels of security that probably nobody's ever seen before. But everyone owes a tremendous debt of gratitude to the courage of law enforcement, the law enforcement, and working with the DC police. And we just spoke with the mayor. And when we're finished, the police chief is going to take over and discuss it also from their viewpoint. But they also performed exactly as they were supposed to. And you see the attacker in different positions, but you also see the attacker totally subdued and under control. So as you know, this is not the first time in the past couple of years that our republic has been attacked by a would-be assassin who sought to kill. In Butler, Pennsylvania, less than 2 years ago, you all know that story. And in Palm Beach, Florida, a few months after that, we came close. We really had, again, we had some great work done by law enforcement. But in light of this evening's events, I asked that all Americans recommit with their hearts in resolving our difference peacefully. We have to resolve our differences. I will say, you had Republicans, Democrats, independents, conservatives, liberals, and progressives. Those words are interchangeable, perhaps, but maybe they're not. But yet everybody in that room, big crowd, record-setting crowd. There was a record-setting group of people. And there was a tremendous amount of love and coming together. I watched, and I was very, very impressed by that. But First Lady and I were taken very well care of, very quickly rushed off the stage. Vice President J.D. Vance, who's here, was likewise beautifully done. He was just saying how quickly everybody acted, law enforcement, Secret Service in particular in this case, but law enforcement. Marco had the same thing. Pete was there. Pete didn't want any help. He didn't want anybody to help him. He doesn't want anybody to help him, but he did get some, didn't you? And I think you also said that it was very impressive. So with that, I'd like to ask Todd Blanche to come up, say a few words, and tell you it's already underway. The man has been captured. They're going to his apartment. I guess he lives in California, and he's a sick person, a very sick person.
Oh shit.
And we don't want things like this to happen. I think it's very important that I say, though, and I told the representatives of the evening, they did such a beautiful job. It was such a beautiful evening. And again, they're talking about free speech in our Constitution. That's what it's all about, not just White House correspondence. It was really based on free speech in our Constitution. But I said very importantly that we'll do it again within the next 30 days, and we'll make it bigger and better and even nicer. So I just want to thank everybody that was involved. I also want to thank the press, the media.
Let me see what CNN talking about. Let me see what they got to say about this.
President was rushed off the stage. Let us watch that now.
You know what occurs to me as we're watching this as well? We just said Erica Kirk was in this room.
She was.
She was in this room.
There are reports.
As well.
There are reports that she was seen crying as she was leaving the room as well. People who did see her there made that note. Obviously, this had to be very, very traumatic.
We have Caitlin Collins on the line for some more insight. Caitlin Collins, we're listening. What's happening?
Hey guys, obviously, I mean, this is a total state of chaos right now in the ballroom, and we're seated maybe 50 feet from the stage where the president was up there, the First Lady Melania Trump.
Okay, we have to stay here for now.
What's good, Pam?
Security is telling us that everything's okay. The shooter, there was a shooter? 1 second, guys, I'm literally, what happened?
We're trying to identify it now.
Where was the shooter?
Somewhere out there.
In the lobby? In the lobby? All right, control. All right, guys. I just want you to know this is not verified. We're just listening to what's happening right now. But we have security around us, and it's Secret Service because there's a lot of members of the administration here. The Secretary of Education is seated right next to me, and her security just said, confirmed that there was a shooter in the lobby. It's not clear where. Obviously, it's a very big hotel. In the lobby of the Hilton, they said he is confirmed dead. We don't know anything more than that, but I can tell you we had just sat down to dinner. The president, the first lady, Caroline Leavitt, were all on stage, including the vice president, J.D. Vance. So obviously a lot of security here. And, you know, at the beginning of the dinner, everyone's just kind of seated and having their meal. And within moments, armed Secret Service is running in with massive guns. I mean, maybe dozens, and a silence just went over the room as they ran in. Everyone ducked, got on the floor. People were underneath tables. No one knew what was going on. And for a second, the president actually was not evacuated off stage. I looked, he was sitting still right there. A Secret Service was coming in down the hallway. And so we didn't know at first, but then we heard from our own security that they heard shots fired. And now we do have Secret Service telling us, obviously I want to know this is only one Secret Service member, but a member of security is here telling us that there is a shooter who is confirmed dead. And now we are kind of basically locked inside the ballroom. But basically they were saying everyone's okay. They have not identified the shooter yet, but obviously it shows you this was not some kind of false threat, that obviously something had happened and they rushed the entire administration off stage. A few members are still in the audience because, as you guys know, someone from the administration is kind of seated at each table inside. I'm actually sitting next to Secretary McMahon, the Secretary of Education. And so that was what happened. I mean, I've never seen anything like this in my life. And I want you guys to know security is very tight getting in. It's Secret Service who wands you. You come in through magnetometers into this.
So real quick, for all of my, for all of my conspiracy theorists, you know what I'm saying? What do y'all what is y'all thoughts on this? What do y'all think actually happened? What not actually happened? Like, what do y'all think this was about? Because let's be real, it wasn't a heavily secured place, so it's easy to get into. It's easy to get into. What do y'all think about this? Like, is the Trump derangement syndrome that fucking bad, bro? Like, is it that bad? I have not seen any attempts of this magnitude on the past the past three presidents. I haven't seen it on Biden. I haven't seen it on Obama. Shit, all we saw was somebody throw a shoe at Bush. They just threw a shoe. They tried to attempt to assassinate this man Trump. Excuse me, 3 times already, bro. 3. For what? For what? That's my question. I'm asking for what? It ain't that bad, dog. It's really not. It's really not. It's really not, bro. It can't be. Y'all wilding out here in these streets.
And so obviously there's a ton of security here, given how many top officials here, the House Speaker, Mike Johnson, top lawmakers who all have their own security details are also in the room. That just speaks to this. But as we were sitting here, and then moments later, obviously the president was rushed off stage, the vice president was rushed off stage. I saw Secretary Kennedy being rushed off as well, Stephen Miller and his wife, as they were moving quickly. But it's difficult for them to identify where everyone is in this very cramped ballroom as we're all kind of seated right next to each other.
Caitlin, are you hearing anything more in terms of the number of shooters or any shots fired or anything, information about where they were firing into? Was it confined to the lobby or inside of the actual ballroom?
So it's not clear, because obviously it looked like the threat was coming near the stage, and that's where people thought that they heard gunshots. But then we also have reports that people who were seated kind of at the back of the room heard it. I mean, the acoustics, obviously, it's hard to judge. I personally did not hear the gunshots. I'm seated maybe 50 feet from the main stage where the president, the first lady, and the vice president were. And you kind of walk downstairs. It's in the basement of the Hilton. The security has just confirmed to me that the shooter that was here inside the Hilton where the president was, is confirmed dead, seemed to indicate that this person was in the lobby. But I mean, I want you guys to know this is all just coming in as we're literally standing here in the room reporting on this as it's happening. And I just to give you insight into this room, obviously it's always a huge gathering of media, but when the president comes, it generates a lot of interest. So there are some of those powerful figures in media, entertainment, news, Washington that are inside this room right now, just to give you a sense of what this security nightmare.
Long time to get in, and everyone is thoroughly screened. So questions will be asked about how someone even got to the lobby. Let's go to Brian Stelter and Manu Raju now, who are there for the latest on what you are hearing, gentlemen.
And this information, John, that you've been reporting is news to most of the people in the ballroom. Most folks in the ballroom do not yet know anything about shots being fired. What have you seen?
Yeah, I only saw when I was sitting at the table, I saw President Trump getting pushed down by his security detail and then being rushed out. Then later seeing both the vice president, the cabinet, also members of Congress also being rushed out by the security detail.
Yeah. And now,
other than that, nothing else.
Looking around, wondering what happened because people inside do not know. I apologize. I'm literally holding up a cell phone camera in order to show you this, but it's better than nothing in a moment like this. And I do think that I don't want to overstate this, but there are some folks pretty shook up in the room here. You had folks who looked like they got hurt when they were falling to the ground. You know, I don't want to overstate that, but this was a pretty sudden, shocking interruption in this room.
Yeah, no question about it. It's unmistakable. It sounded like gunshots that we heard from not inside the room, but nearby. And that was enough to cause so many people to immediately, they know what they heard, jump to the ground, try to protect themselves. But we saw how the security reacted very, very seriously, immediately to the situation.
That's right. John?
Man, at the end of the day, bro, y'all wilding, bro. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. Nobody got injured in the situation. You know, they were able to secure old buddy. You know what I mean? And nobody, everybody left up out of there A-okay. So that's a blessing in itself. But ultimately, dog, I don't know what y'all issue is with this Trump derangement syndrome. Cool, you ain't gotta like the man. You may not like the fact that he's open about the shit that he say. You may not like the man at all, or you just don't like the fact of the bravado that the man has, and he's just gonna talk his talk regardless. He been this way for a long time, and at one point y'all loved it. At one point y'all loved it. But now y'all saying, "Oh man, you're talking too much. You doing too much talking, bro. You need to shut the fuck up." Half of y'all don't even know how. Half of y'all can't even be the president of your own fucking house. You ain't even got your own house in order, and you trying to tell somebody else who's the president of the United States of the world. Y'all got it. Y'all trying to tell him what to do, or what he should and shouldn't be doing. Man, if you don't go on somewhere, y'all get up out of him. But hey, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these 2 videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Sir, yes, sir. Make sure you support the retirement fund too. The super chat goal is up. So if you want to support the channel, please do so, my good people. I'll definitely appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? All right, what we got? Yeah. So the moment that we all been waiting for. Yeah, we got some shit to talk about now. Meg Thee Stallion, Klay Thompson, they have broken up because allegedly, nothing has been proven, but allegedly, Klay Thompson cheated on good old Meg Thee Stallion. So we're going to dive into this, and then I'm going to give my thoughts and my opinions on it. All right? So let's rock out.
On April 25th, the rapper takes her Instagram stories to call out the NBA player for his alleged infidelity. The message reads, "Cheating had me around your whole family playing house, got cold feet, holding you down through all of your horrible mood swings and treatment towards me during your basketball season. Now you don't know if you can be monogamous. I need a real break after this one." The rapper also tells E! News in an April 25th statement, "I've made the decision to end my relationship with Klay. Trust, fidelity, and respect are non-negotiable for me in a relationship. And when those values are compromised, there's no real path forward." She continues, "I'm taking this time to prioritize myself and move ahead with peace and clarity." E! News has reached out to a rep for Klay for comment, but hasn't yet heard back. Megan and Klay first sparked romance rumors in July 2025, when he was seen making subtle appearances on the rapper's IG. Then, just weeks later, the pair made their relationship red carpet official when they attended Meg's inaugural Pete and Thomas Foundation Gala in New York City.
Oh boy. Then hold up. I ain't done yet. We finna unpack this shit. So Michael Rappaport got something to say about this shit too. So we gonna talk about all the Yemi.
I'm doing this video from the bed because I'm hiding from my wife because of you, Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson, you're f***ing up everything for everybody else. You cheating on Megan Thee Stallion. You got my wife and probably everybody else's wife and girlfriend thinking, well, if Klay Thompson is going to cheat on Megan Thee Stallion, what the f*** are you going to do to me? You got me f***ed up, Klay Thompson. You got me hiding from my wife. My wife was like, yo. I said, I don't know Klay Thompson. I love the man, love him as a player, love Megan Thee Stallion. I ain't got nothing to do with that. She's like, you get any big ideas, I'm not going to just do some shit on Instagram. And then she took out some scissors. The fuck are you doing, Klay?
First of all, I got some more videos coming too, but I just got to stop real quick. First of all, we don't even know if the man actually cheated. That's one. If somebody got the evidence, somebody got a video that tells me that he did, cool. But what we need to understand first and foremost, right here, before we get into all the other videos of, oh, he wrong, you know, bad girl, you know, these athletes and all this extra shit. This was a rebranding for Meg Thee Stallion. Her getting with Klay was a safe move to improve and to brand her image from the Tory Lanez situation. Oh, don't think I forgot. Yeah, Meg. Listen, don't think I forgot, boy. We know you was out there lying on Tory Lanez. The proof is in the pudding. The video footage is already out there. It's already out there. I even covered it. Where you said he didn't shoot you, but you actually stepped in glass when you got out that vehicle though. But you try to say that somebody shot you. Well, you try to say that Tory Lanez shot you. Boy, I ain't forgot. So we know that. That's the first one. This is a whole rebranding for her. That's why she got with Klay. Secondly, why y'all acting like Meg Thee Stallion is a stand-up woman? Is a woman like a Felicia Rashad or a Vivian from Fresh Prince? Why y'all acting like she that type? Where y'all get that idea from? Oh man, you talking about the Meg Thee Stallion because what you mean? Nigga, she was a jump off from the nigga. Listen, Klay played the long game. Klay played the long game. Y'all acting like Meg Thee Stallion is top tier. I know for some dudes, man, you crazy, bro. Man, Meg Thee Stallion, but she bound the ball, boy. Look at that ass, bro. Look where she be. And listen, bro, she already been slotted, dog. She already been slotted. She slotted in the same category as a Cardi B. We ain't talking about how much money you make. We're not talking about that. Nigga, you talking to a four-time NBA champion. One of the Splash Brothers. Man, you better act like you know something. You better act like y'all know something. Y'all better act like you know something, bro. Let me go to this next video. Cause everybody got some shit to say. Everybody, even Slim Thug.
On Meg, the game is gone. I can't believe this. Meg went full public and explained the entire thing. He cheated, they were playing house, and then he got cold feet. He didn't know if he wanted to be monogamous. With Megan Thee Stallion, bro! She was doing the whole thing. The wifey stuff, the cooking stuff, the family stuff. That wasn't enough, Klay! Come on, Klay! Oh my God. And now we're hearing about mood swings and stuff like this. Like, bro, get it together. On the court, we get it. You don't have to be the same. Off the court, man, come on!
We still have three.
Klay.
First of all, what you mean you playing house? What you mean you playing house? Nigga, that's just who you now. Now, mind you, she showed like she can cook. That's dope. That's what's up. What you mean you playing house? If that's just what you do, that's just what you do. You ain't gotta play it. You ain't gotta fake the funk. You playing house. And then you know the thing that pisses me off the most though. Ladies, why do y'all do this? Why do y'all do that? Why do y'all feel as if y'all gotta out everything? Why do y'all feel as if y'all gotta out everything? Nobody wouldn't have even known that if he cheated, because we don't know, because you like to lie. So if he did cheat, why are you coming up on your Instagram stories putting that shit out there? And then what pisses me off even more, all the mood swings that you have during the game, during the season, but I stood strong with you, bitch. Did you not ever play sports before? There are times where nigga lost a game or he didn't play as good. He don't feel like being bothered. There are times like that. You talking about, oh, he didn't want to be monogamous. Boy, if y'all don't sit the fuck down, I know something. If y'all don't sit the fuck down, I know something. If you don't sit the fuck down, I know something. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't believe her. I don't think he cheated. Now they did say that he cheated on Coco, and what's the other girl's name who was in Spider-Man? He did cheat before, and if you and let me be honest, when you look at a Coco and you look at let me see. Let me go. Google. Let's see. Let me see something right quick. Look at something right quick. Let me see something. Man, he had this joint. He had this joint. That's the girl talking about who's in Spider-Man. He had this joint. And allegedly, he cheated on her with Shorty right here. That's who he alleged cheated on her with. So here's the thing, Buddy had a lineup. Hold on, I needed to pull up. Let me see. Nah, fam. Buddy had a lineup, dog. What up, AR Smitty? What's good, famo? Buddy had a lineup. And you mean to tell me that he was gonna stick it? You mean to tell me he was gonna stick it out with a Meg Thee Stallion? All right. You can lie to yourself if you want to. You can lie to yourself if you want to, bro. Facts. Man, she was just there for it was just there for playtime. That's why Klay ain't even stunned the shit. He just out there kicking it. Klay out there just big. Listen, bro. Klay out here big kicking it.
Come on.
He out here
Me and LB, you tearing Angel Island trails up. It's nice with the bike. Oh man, great day at work today. Incredible day. A little choppy out here.
Listen, bro. He out there. Listen, bro. He out there chilling, bro. He ain't worried about that shit.
Trying to tell y'all about these fucking athletes. I've been trying to tell y'all about these fucking athletes. These niggas can't be trusted. Liking athletes is an epidemic that I hope my sisters get cured from. The bags aren't worth it. The trips aren't worth it. Not enough money in the world is worth it. He could have stayed loyal to Megan Thee Stallion. Like, please.
What you mean? Y'all acting like Meg Thee Stallion is top tier, bro. Why y'all act like she top tier? Oh, we gonna have a real conversation or what? Why y'all acting like she top tier? She a top tier bust down. I'll give you that. She a top tier bust down. She ain't top tier to take home to mama and put a ring on the finger. Now he did take her home to mama because I get, he had to play the game a little bit. He probably wanted to play the game a little bit. Or this could be a situation where they got to create some bullshit so that way, she can rebrand herself real quick and now she could do her thing. Could be a thing. Don't know. We know how PR works. You got to create a scandal real quick in order to not only get the visibility, but as well as it helps with the money helps with all type of shit. So, and of course, what better person to take the blame than to do, oh, hey, I cheated, so I'll take the blame for it because I'm an NBA star, I'm an NBA athlete. It's already expected of me to take the blame anyway. So she trying to rebrand herself from lying on the other person that's still in jail to this day because she lied. But yet, man, I don't know.
And I
When you didn't think I was that, you ain't give Slim that chance, but you gave that you thought was that chance. He not around 25 years later still buying Rolls Royces. I seen you I seen you go through all that. I seen it, and I'm still in shape like a. This is what you gotta live with. So don't ever be mad at no. Just accept the no and the rejection, and know that if you a tough like me, you gonna get your time to shine. They have to live what they told you no. Okay, if it ain't me, let's see how that work out for you. Let's see what you end up with. Yeah, I like to watch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't wishing you no bad luck either, because we don't connect. I ain't saying that at all. Don't get it twisted. That's not what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm gonna look and watch. I'm gonna pay attention. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna see and I'm gonna say, didn't appreciate me, told me no. Could have been in the Rolls Royce, could have been in the drop Lambo, could have been in the penthouse, could have been at the Boss Light Resort, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Yeah, and that's as much as I like she the stallion. I'm not trying to. I want to be treated like the king, man. She a whole queen. That's expensive. Did you see the watch? She bought that 300. Man, what kind of gift you got to buy back if she give you a $300,000 watch? I can't have no woman, little boy in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm representing boss energy. I cannot have a woman buying me a $300,000 watch expecting me to buy her, some of that magnitude right back. Hey, baby, I know where I'm supposed to be, and that ain't it. So, yeah, that's not real. That's just, I love, Houston women, and whoever Houston, I'm cheering for you. Rappers, I'm a cheer for you. I'm a highly, you the one, because it's true. You bad, you the one, and we love you. But actually trying to be in a real relationship, come on, man. I'm King Joffy Joffy, man. That's the only thing I'm gonna accept. Nobody doing that of that statue. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm looking for. You feel me? I know what I need. I'm acts of service is my love language. Y'all see the meals in the bed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I need all that. That's the type of I am. You know what I'm saying? So I already know what I need, and I know what make me happy. So not get mad. Don't never accept a no as a bad thing. And that's why you always see a Slim, I shoot for the stars, right? I shoot for the stars and I get this by the biggest, but you gotta live with that no. You gotta live with that no. Damn, you gotta live with that no. Just know that while you out here throwing them no's around, I'm watching. I'm on your story. I'm on your Instagram. I see that you ended up with. I see it. I see you struggling. I see you going through your shit. I see you. I see how that shit didn't last long. You thought you was doing that shit lasted 2 months. You thought you had a square dude. He went to college. He was a straight square. Oh, Slim Thug, I ain't with you. I with somebody who, a lawyer who went to Harvard and all this educated shit. I seen that shit crumble. Let that be the strength to continue to chase your dreams and climb higher in life. And for everybody who thought you wasn't gonna be that bitch, it's your job to prove them wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's your job to prove them wrong. We gonna see where your no get you.
And I've been.
Hey, dog. Slim Thugger, big dog. Don't be going out bad like that, homie. Don't be going out bad like that, big dog. Boss, dog, you supposed to be the boss. So why you getting on these cameras talking about you watching Shorty, you in her stories? Sound like you a little bit hurt, homie. That she told you, she hit you with the no. That she wasn't checking for you. That ain't that ain't player, homie. That ain't player, dog. That ain't player at all. Not even close. What you on? What you on, big dog? You got this, you got that, talking about your love languages, acts of service, all this good stuff, and you mad that shorty ain't pick you? Listen. You want me to keep it up? Want me to keep it a buck with you real quick, I said it earlier. You didn't fit the archetype that could help her rebrand herself. You Boss Hall, you just another rapper, bro. You would be looked at just as like another Tory Lanez. You're still in that same realm, even though you far from it. We ain't heard you rap in a minute. You know, we know you're doing big things over there. You got big dogs, like you got a lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Making a lot of boss moves. You know what I mean? So like one of the big dogs in Texas. Understood. But that image matters. The image matters. You got a clean cut Klay Thompson, NBA player who really ain't out there like that, who's really not in the media like that as well. Went to college, I think he went to Washington State, played ball, you know what I'm saying? Part of the Splash Brothers, four-time NBA champion. No scandals. Like no real deal scandals that actually meant anything. So that was a safe bet for her. That was a safe bet considering the fact of where she came from, right? That's a safe bet for her. So yeah, it wouldn't have matched. It wouldn't have matched. It wouldn't have worked for you. It wouldn't have worked for her. So I don't even know why you made that video to talking about the no man. I see you. I see the nigga you give a nigga $300,000 watch. See, man, I'm on big boss shit, man. Girl, give me a $300,000 watch. You know me, because I'm a boss. I gotta come back. I gotta give you something better. I hear you, bro. I hear you. But at the end of the day, this shit gonna, just like anything else, this shit gonna bypass. She gonna continue to keep doing what she doing. She probably gonna dive even deeper into the hold'em. And guess what? And you know what's crazy? Her bag finna get even bigger. Her bag is gonna get even bigger now. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, it's a PR stunt, dog. Because everybody was on her ass about Tory Lanez. Now, of course, people were divided. There was some people like, oh, Tory Lanez did that shit. Tory Lanez did that shit. Then come out, and then would come to find out he didn't do the shit. So now she looking bad. She looking like the liar. So guess what happens? Now? You then is like, all right. So you got caught in a lie. Tory Lanez is in jail. How do we get past this shit? How do we remove ourselves from that situation that happened back there? You got to get with somebody who don't have any scandals on them, who like a clean-cut individual. Why not go with a Klay Thompson? This would be great for your image. This would be great for your brand. Look like y'all in love, going buy them a $300K watch. Make a couple of videos together, really show that y'all really enjoying yourself, man, make it like y'all really in love. Go and play golf together, go dance together, go to the ball a couple of times with each other, just to be in the cameras. Let everybody see how truly in love y'all are. And then once everybody just kind of embarks on that, then it's all right, now let's drop the bomb on him. He cheated. Now all I gotta do, I just want to focus on myself. I just want to become a better person. See, this, I knew I shouldn't have gotten in a relationship. Stars, a whole bunch of words out that they start throwing out. I just need the mental clarity. I'm doing all this. You trying to play house, and you brought me to your parents' house, but yeah, you don't want to be monogamous with me. Oh, typical bullshit. I'm just gonna focus on me, you know, because I need to start putting myself first. Because I tend to put everybody first except myself. So now I'm gonna start putting myself first and start thinking with clarity. Shut that stupid shit up, man. I'm not gonna hear that bullshit. We know it's a PR stunt, man. We know it is. We know it's a PR stunt. We ain't crazy. We ain't crazy. I know I ain't crazy. So it is what it is, though. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit the bell notification. That shit dumb.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these 2 videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Facts. And also make sure you support the retirement fund too. Cash App goes. I said Cash App goes. I mean Super Chat goes. Ooh, do we want to go to this one next? Yep, we're going to go to this one next. We're going to go to Angel Reese and Michelle Obama. So, Angel Reese went on to Michelle Obama's podcast and her brother's podcast. And they just talking about the WNBA, you know, reality TV and establishing her legacy. Now, here's the thing. Before I dive into this video, I want to be very clear. I do not hate Angel Reese. I don't. I really hope that she becomes very successful in the WNBA. What I hate is the thought process that she has. And I speak to the thought process. I give pushback on the shit that don't sound right. It's like, bro, what you say? Or why are we even talking about this? And so I then speak on that. I'm not speaking on, oh man, you just you a black woman, so I'm gonna hate you. No, I don't. A lot of people think she ugly. I don't. I think she's an attractive woman. I do. She just say some crazy shit sometimes. So gotta call it out. But it is what it is. But we're gonna get to this video, and then I'm gonna give my thoughts and my opinions on it. All right, so let's go ahead and rock out.
Okay. She always let me be free. Like, she always let me, because she trusted and she knew that I would work hard and know that I can get to my goals because I worked hard. She trusted me. Now, my brother, on the other hand, when he went to college, she was like, what are you doing? This, but she knew that I was going to always be successful because she trusted me. Yeah.
Did you guys, were you guys, what was your relationship like with your mom?
Yeah.
Was it like, were you like friends? Was she like, I'm not one of your little friends?
Yeah, that was that. Until I got to college. I loved her when we got to college. I didn't have to come home at a certain time, do certain things. And me and my brother are 11 months apart.
Okay.
So we used to try to be like,
close to
we used to try to like, hey, let's do this. Like, let's not tell mom this and tell mom that. So we were super close when we were younger. And then when we got older, we just all like, we're like best friends. Like all of we text in the group chat and just have a good time. And I think parents understand once you're out of the house, and like, we're adults and we understand what life is about now because you've taught us so many great things. And I think you know that we're not going to do anything crazy or get in any trouble because I know you're going to get on me.
That's right. It's like, you got to be more afraid of me than you are
I'm
your
afraid
little
of my
friends.
mom. Yes, I'm still afraid of my mom.
Yes. Yeah. And I say that too. My girls say the same thing. I was like, I'm good with that. You know, I think a little fear is good for all the parents out there. It's like, let your kids like you when they're adults.
Yes.
But until then, they should be a little afraid.
Yes.
Just a little afraid.
Yeah. I
tell my kids I'm easy to manage.
Yeah.
Just do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm easy to manage. Did you guys go to the same high school?
Initially, no. He went to a public school and I went to a private school my 4 years. And then I used to tell him, like, I don't like the situation. And I used to tell my mom, like, I wasn't liking the situation, so he needs to come with me. And like, I used to always watch over him. I didn't like the situation at the public school.
Yeah.
Because public school sometimes is like, it's too much going on. I think he need the undivided attention of being at a private
What
school.
is it with
smaller.
these little sisters taking care of their older brothers?
No, this is my little brother.
Oh, this is your
my
little
brother.
brother.
Yes.
Okay.
I kind of felt like I knew what was best for him. Like
I got you. Okay.
And he was successful. He was able to still thrive, but
Yeah.
I had to like watch him. Like I always say, my mom like just lets me be independent, and she's like still babies my brother. I'm like, you have to let him live life.
That's what happened here too.
See. The mama's boys.
Yes, they are. I mean,
It's
look,
rough.
I
It's a
always
rough
make
life.
the joke.
It's a rough life.
I had to take her to the White House before she noticed. She's like, Craig, is Craig fine?
That's what my mom does too. I'm like, she's like, is Juju fine? I'm like, I don't know. Call him. He's playing with the G League in Toronto, and she went down to set his room up. I'm like, what are you doing, Mom?
Yeah.
Like, what? You didn't come set my room up. but I love it because I know that that's what makes him feel comfortable, and that's what makes me feel comfortable for him.
Because you know he's
good.
set up.
Yeah, he's good. I'm like, you
right,
good? You need something? I'm like, he's like, all
so
right.
how do you feel about girlfriends in his life?
Ugh.
All right, let's talk about that for a bit.
I am open to what he likes and loves, but I definitely will let him know, like, this might not be the best situation for you. And I see it at the end.
Right.
It always folds out how I say.
You always know what you're talking
I
about,
always
right?
know what I'm talking about. I'm like, Mom. She's like, just let him live. Like, he has to go through it.
Poor
I'm like, Mom,
kid.
this is not.
It's like
If you do something to my brother, man, I'm not gonna be happy.
It's going down.
Now, I will say this: you as being a man, you just said it though, Angel Reese. You know what I'm saying? You got to let him live life a little bit. So therefore, he got to stumble. He got to stumble a little bit. I know you're looking out for him because he's your little brother, but you got to let him stumble. You got to let him stumble a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He got to feel a little pressure. Got to feel a little pressure. So even if you know in your heart, like, that ain't the right thing for you, big dog, let him go through it.
Yeah, let's understand that, ladies. Don't be messing with Angel's little baby.
So he hasn't met anybody who's like you.
I don't think he's capable of being with somebody like me.
Okay.
To expound.
I don't think he's able to be with the woman that has her own. I think a lot of men are not able to have.
That requires
present company excluded.
Yeah,
but
I think it's hard.
Yeah.
I think it takes a strong man to be able to be open to a woman that has her own, that works on her own, that does her own things, and doesn't necessarily need you.
And that.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. See what I'm talking about? Here we go with the dumb shit.
Is not catering to.
Exactly.
You know, it's like when you have your own thing, you don't have time to make sure you're this, make sure because
let me be clear about this shit, because I think a lot of y'all ladies, y'all get it misconstrued. Most men are not looking for a woman to take care of them. They aren't. Most men don't care that you got your own thing going. Matter of fact, most men actually prefer that you got your own shit going on, because that means you ain't stuck up under them all the fucking time. That means you can get away. That means you can get out from up under my arm, go do some shit, because contrary to popular fucking belief, we don't want y'all up under us all the time. Nor do we want to be up under y'all all the fucking time. Contrary to popular belief. We got shit we want to do. We want to be on our... That's why you got niggas that got man caves and shit. Why you think that thing exists? Why you think sometimes niggas go out, they be wanting to go out and kick it with the homies instead of going to kick it with you? They want to get out. They don't want to be up all up under you all the fucking time. Why you think some niggas, they get so fucking busy in their work? They ain't got time to be up under you most of the time. So I don't think that's the case in regards to most men can't handle. It ain't about handling you, bro. Most men don't care that you got your own thing going on. It's the fact that you think that you are better than, just because you got the money, just because you got a little bit of motion going on. Cool. Listen, I'm happy for you. I'm glad you making 6 figures. I am glad. I'm glad you making 6 figures. I'm glad you getting brand deals. I'm glad you out here getting to it, baby girl. Listen, that's a big reflection up on me too, because guess what? You on my arm, and you doing your own thing, nigga, that's dope. But don't for 1 second get it fucking twisted. When push come to shove, you don't run shit over here. You on my program. I'm not on yours. I need you to understand that. And I need that to be very clear to you. I don't give a fuck if you making $500K and I'm making $200K. You still on my program. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Those are the issues that we talk about. Ain't got shit to do. Most men aren't intimidated. The only men that are intimidated by that shit are the weak men who really have that controlling mindset. The ones who, the niggas who just they be ready to put your head between the washer and dry. Like, nah, nigga, I don't want you out here in these streets. I don't want you doing nothing. When you go to the court, don't you look at that nigga. Them type of niggas, them the ones that got an issue with that. Most men who be doing their own shit, they got their own money, they got their own motion. They don't care that you're making money, bro. Now, if there comes a time where it's efficient or conducive for you, so like if let's just say you a guy and Angel Reese is together, right? And Angel Reese is like, hey, listen, I'm a ball player, I'm making money, I'm doing my own thing. It was like, no, but let's not use Angel Reese. Let's use another shorter who may be making good money. This is a regular 9-to-5, right? Let's just say she got a great corporate job. She making 6 figures. And so both of y'all making good money. Both of y'all making well over 6 figures. She making a smoother 200K. You making a smooth 600K, right? And so you tell her like, hey, listen. We talked about having kids before, but I'm gonna need you to stay at home with the kids. I'm gonna need you to stay at home, take care of the kids, because I don't want to send my kids no bullshit ass daycare. I want my wife raising the kids. I want you there with them. You know what I'm saying? I want them raised around you. I want you to actually be there. And so in that situation, that's where it's like, all right, that's the only time where it's conducive. It's like, all right, well, shit, stay at home. I take care of all the bills. Don't worry about it, because I already been taking care of all of them anyway. I'm making 600K. So it's already going to be taken care of any fucking way. But in her case, to her point, most men aren't intimidated by that shit. Even the niggas who may be making a significantly less than what she's making, they don't care. Now they just trying to bust her down. If you want to be honest with you, they just trying to bust her down.
You've got your own pathway.
Yes.
Yeah. And it is a difficult thing. I mean, I feel very blessed that, my husband in his before all of this, he had to be completely secure with all
yourself.
that was me.
Yeah.
How I thought,
sure.
how I moved, how I, and it's a rare thing.
Yeah. My mom, that's how my mom was. Like, my mom was very like, she taught me how to cut grass if I needed to. If I need to change like a tire, she made me so independent. Like, if I'm coming in a relationship, sir, I don't need you.
Yeah.
You're just a plus to me.
Yeah.
And I kind of, when I tell my brother, I'm like, you want a woman that is also ambitious, because you don't want to be with somebody that's not driven, that is not going to push you to be better. Because when you're slacking, you need somebody to tap you on the butt. Like, hey, you got to get up and come on.
I say a relationship is like a basketball team.
It is.
It's like everybody's got to be able to shoot, dribble, score, and defend everybody.
Yeah.
It's like you wouldn't pick your team and be like, I only dribble.
Yeah.
And it's like,
nah, well, that's cap. That's cap. That's why you got different positions. Different positions are for different functions. I'm not expecting my center to be the point guard. I don't want my center to bring the ball down the court. That's for my point guard and my 2 guard typically. I don't need my power forward on the wing. I need him in the post where he belongs. That's what I got guards for. If I got a 3-point shooter, why in the hell would I tell him to get in the post? If I got a spot up shooter, if I got a guy who's I'm talking about a straight beast, a Mike Miller type, why would I tell him to get in the post? Why? Tim Duncan Popovich never told Duncan, hey, Dunk, I need you to get the ball off the rim and I need you to take it down court and set up the offense. No. Get the rebound, get it to the guard, go get set up. I need you to sprint all the way down, get into position so we can get you the ball down low. Hell, you don't even got to listen. If we get the ball to you right, if you get in the position right, you shouldn't even have to put the ball on the ground. You should be able to just catch that bitch, boom, come here, and put the man in the hole. And it works just like relationships. You don't have to do everything. You are in the position that you are in for a reason. And you need to play your position fucking well. It can't be 2 point guards on the court. It's only one floor general. It's only one floor general. That's why you don't have point guard and point guard. You have a point guard, a 2 guard, a 3 guard. Then you have a point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. They are not all the same positions. They all have different functions of what they do. And typically the genetic makeup is different as well. So no, if you talk about relationships, no, there's still different functions. And no, I'm not on your plan. I'm not. And this is the problem, y'all. This is the fucking problem. This is when we had this conversation on Banter and Barter. Shout out to my girl Mimi, though. That's what I was trying to tell her. I said, hey, man, your money does not equate to you being a leader. That doesn't mean you know how to lead. Just because you know how to do basic fucking functions of changing the tire, cutting the grass, washing dishes, cooking, that does not make you a leader. That just makes you an adult. That's all that makes you. Now there are times where you as a woman, all women aren't ambitious. I don't need you to be. Listen, having ambition is good. It's a plus. It's an ambition to listen. How I'm looking at ambition when it comes to a woman, right? I need you to have the ambition to want to do the things that's going to help us catapult forward. I don't need you to have the ambition to, I need to go out and do my own thing because I'm an individual as well. And I think there's certain, no. You decided to get married to me. You didn't get married to the dream that you had. You didn't get married to the potential opportunities. You didn't get married to be an individual. You got married because you saw something in me. If you said yes to me because you saw something in me that you aligned with, you decided to get on my train. So therefore, we can still reach the ultimate goal because you should already had those conversations, right? We can get to this ultimate goal. So therefore, yeah, there are going to have to be some adjustments, right? So if you know that this man here, I'll give you an example. So let's just use let's just use NBA for an example, since we already talking about NBA players and WNBA players. Your man is an NBA player. What is it that you need to do in order to align yourself to make sure that we continue to keep getting to this bag, and that way you be the best version of yourself and be as valuable as you possibly can to this man? Let me give you an example. Savannah James is a prime example. She's a prime example. Play your part. Be as great as you can be in that lane. She focuses on being a mother and being a wife. Taking care of the kids, making sure they straight, staying out the way. And get praised for it. Now, in Angel Reese's case, considering the fact that she's in the WNBA, now she wants another athlete, right? If you want another athlete, you need to understand as well, shorty, it ain't your game plan. It's not your game plan. Y'all can work together to make this. Y'all can work together to make it something, right? Kind of like what Adebayo and Asia Wilson could do. Y'all can come together like, you know what? Let's use both of our platforms to build something better and stronger. Instead of you trying to say, well, I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you for this. I need to let you know I don't need you. Stop saying the stupid shit. It frustrates me. Stop saying that dumb shit. Because it don't help your case at all. Well, I don't necessarily need you. But men aren't walking around saying, yeah, baby girl, you need me, don't you? Yeah, baby girl, I know you need me. I know you need me. Yeah, we need each other. That shit sound good right now because you're young, you're vibrant, you know, you're into it. You know what I'm saying? You're fresh, you're young, you're getting deals, you know, you're in the WNBA. People want to do interviews with you. You get into a bag. That's dope. But just know that there comes a time where that shit ain't gonna be coming as much as you thought. And then you're gonna be looking back and be like, man, see, I wish I had a man who was doing this because I was so focused on trying to tell men that I didn't need them. But in all reality, I actually do need a man, because sometimes you want to come home to somebody that you can actually, you know, grow and do this thing called life with. And then boom, another one bites the dust.
You know, because you never know what life is gonna have before you. You know, it's like you want a partner that is bringing what you're bringing to the table, because life happens. Somebody could get sick. Somebody could life be lifing.
Can we just pause for a moment? And I want to let the producers mark this time that my sister used a basketball analogy for the first time in a whole year.
Analogy,
not
often.
With me,
but I do when I'm talking to men, trying to get them to understand. It's like you want a partner that can bring it all. And I tell my daughters, you have to be able
and that analogy was still trash because you still don't get it.
To do everything. I don't want you to ever count on somebody. I've seen too many friends who, you know, they served the role, they did what they were supposed to do, and then somebody walked out on them. Or somebody died. Unfortunately.
It takes us a while. We
how long?
When we get older.
How long?
Yeah, really. How old?
I would say for me, I was probably in my early 30s when I was like confident.
Okay.
Well, I think that,
but it's not the same for everybody though. Like there's some guys who probably have that at 25, and I've met some guys who've had it early, but I would think around 30 is the right age, especially for somebody as polished and as you are. Yeah, you might. Yeah. Sorry, I cut you off.
No.
I hate these fake ass conversations, bro. I do. I hate these fake ass conversations. I do, dog. Because nobody wants to be real. Nobody wants to be honest. Nobody wants to be honest, dog. Everybody wants to tiptoe around it. Yeah, I don't think, you know, this man has to be, you know, they don't get it together until this age. Now I will agree that it's different for every man when they start to mature. I will agree with that, right? But what I'm not gonna sit here and do, man, you know, because for a woman that's as polished as you are, you know what I'm saying? They got to make sure they come correct. Okay, well, they got to come correct how? Come correct how? I need them to start asking questions. Okay, so you talking about how polished you want this man to be? How are you in a relationship? Take the money away. Take the money away. Take the visibility away. Take that away. What are you about? What are you about when we talk relationships? What are you about? Don't give me the I can cook, I can clean, I'm loyal. Give me some real foundational, substantial shit that you can say that's profound. It's like, oh shit, okay. You sound like you the one to be with. Give me some of that. Don't give me no bullshit generic ass answer. I want to hear it. That's what I want to hear. What are you about in a relationship? Because y'all always talking about what man you don't want. What man you don't want. He needs to be this. I don't need men because I can do this. I can do that. I can do that. I can do this. Okay, if you're so great, let's be real. For y'all ladies out here, I got to be real with y'all today. It's Sunday, so I'm going to be real with y'all. What makes you so great? What makes you so great? Because every man that you dealt with is not an insecure man. I don't believe that. I don't believe that every man that you deal with because you got money, he was insecure because you had money, you made more money than him. I don't think that's the case. What makes you so dope to be around? What makes you so dope as a person, that a man that will want to marry you? What makes you so dope? Because you think you hold all the cards. You think you do. So what makes you so dope? What about you doesn't make you corny? What about you that doesn't make you a goofball? What about you that doesn't make a nigga say, you know what? She dope as fuck, bro. Like, I rock with her, bro. What is it about you? That's what I want to know. Help me to understand. If you can help me to understand, and then you can just break it down to me until I break it all the way down to where I can understand it from a third grade perspective, then I'll leave it alone. Then after that, I'll leave it alone. I won't say nothing else.
Oh no, because I want to hear your opinion as the man.
I never understood though.
Yeah.
But I want to know, do you feel like it's a threat when you were younger in your earlier days? Do you feel
No, because I grew up in a household of strong women.
Yeah.
I didn't see it as a threat. It was more I wasn't ready to be as responsible as you or as my sister was at an earlier age.
Okay.
I was still, I was trying to play basketball. I'm trying to be out there and see what this all brings. And then when I stopped playing, I was trying to make a living.
Yeah.
And I was really focused on that.
I think it's like the lifestyle too. Like you get so caught up in the lifestyle, especially the guys. You get caught. You see, you have so much access to everything.
Yes.
And you don't understand what it even looks like to be in a real relationship or be with someone that is driven and has their own. Like, I woke up today because I saw you woke up at 5, and now I'm about to get up at 5:30 because I'm motivated to keep going and get up and do things. And I think that is important, especially at 23. I've seen so much in the dating world, and I think being able to.
Bro, you only 23. You ain't seeing a lot of no fucking dating world. Shut the hell up. See, this is that young hoe talk. I've seen so much at 23. No, we gonna have a conversation at 23. No, you barely understand what being in a real relationship even is, because you still over here hollering about I got my own. I don't need a man. I don't want it, bro. If you can't substantiate what a man should be able to bring to the table without you saying I don't need a man, and you can't also substantiate what a man is going to get from you without you saying that I can cook, I can clean, and I'm loyal, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. The shit sounds good. No, this ain't no hate towards her. This is me rebutting the bullshit that she's saying. You're 23. Talking about you understand the dating word. No, the fuck you don't. You barely out here. You barely just grazing the surface of what it's like to be in a relationship, shorty, let alone to be married. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't. So that goes to show, and that goes to let me know that you were also raised by a single mother. You have the single mother mentality. Because you had to do it. You saw your mom do it. And so therefore she put that in you. She instilled that in you. So therefore you don't even know what a conducive relationship actually looks like. You can't even fathom what that is, because guess what? You always say, I don't need a man. Any woman who is happily married in a relationship would definitely tell you, hell yeah, I need my man. Hell yeah, I need my husband. The fuck? And they are proud to say that. That doesn't make them look weaker. It doesn't make you weak to say that. It does not. You don't look like a wimp, especially not to the man that you're married to. It's a pride factor. That's your own ego. You got to fix that. Not him. That's not up to him. That doesn't make him insecure because you tell him, oh, well, I need my man. No, you are his purpose. You are one of his purposes. Once he puts the ring on your finger, guess what? He's responsible for you. So yes, you should be dependent upon him. Your money ain't got shit to do with nothing. It just helps the fact that it makes life a little bit easier for us. You making your bread, I'm making my bread. It makes life a little bit easier for us. And especially if we understand how to move our money the right way, invest our money the right way, and put our money in places, not buying stupid shit, trying to keep up with the Joneses, and not put ourselves all the way in fucking debt. Listen, our life can be so much, our life will be great. But you don't want to work together because guess what? You don't need me. 2 is better than 1. Any day. 2 is better than 1 any day. Take that. Take that.
Be around people and be around someone that really understands and is very ambitious and talks long-term things. Because I like to be educated too, because I don't know everything.
That's right.
Tell me about the investments and how to do certain things and assets, because I wasn't taught that in school. They don't teach us that in school.
No, they don't teach that anywhere.
Anywhere. But I think that is really important, and I think I've had an eye opener to that, and not just over the years, just being in the life in the space that I've been now, like realizing like it's bigger than the lifestyle. Like at the end of the day, we have to turn the social media off, everything that we see, and we have to sit and lay down in bed together.
Yeah.
And this is reality.
How are you managing that? I mean, your brain, you are, first of all, it's your generation, it's your profession, it's how do you make the separation?
Yeah.
How do you keep yourself sane?
Yeah.
And still, get the job done?
I think I try to have some type of normalization of knowing where I've come from. I'll never forget that. I don't want to ever feel like I'm bigger than anything. So I always sit back and just think like, I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. I love being able just to come home and turn my phone off and just relax and just doing the things that I enjoy, laying in bed and just laughing and just having a good time with the people that I love and enjoy. So I think over the years, it's been hard for me to realize that, but I think the maturity of just understanding like social media isn't real. The reality.
Let's say that again.
Social media is not real.
Okay.
I mean, I hear you. Some of it is, not all of it. Social media can be real. Yeah, there are a lot of fakers. There are a lot of bad actors. Agreed. But some of it can be.
And
everybody.
I think we get so caught up in that.
Yeah, so, but here's what it is, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. I'm not listening to no 23-year-old. When you talk about relationships, when you talk about relationships, I'm not listening to you. There may be other things you may be well versed in, other things that you may be well versed in and well experienced in, but I'm not listening to you as a 23-year-old. No, you still going with the same mindset of you don't need a man, and you think just because you got money and big girl. Now I understand the fact that you want him to be ambitious, and I agree with you. Most men, you need to be ambitious. You need to have a game plan on where you're trying to go. You don't want to be stagnant for the rest of your life. That's understood, and I'm with that. But just understand, I am not on your game plan. You on mine. And we get this bag together. We come together. We figure out how we can we bring this shit together. Like, all right, listen. How can we make this shit conducive for both of us? How can we get to an even bigger bag? You got your platform, I got my platform. How in the hell can we grow and get bigger together? How can we do this thing together? I'm not going to touch what you got over there. That's your own thing. I got my own thing over here. How can we do this? Good afternoon. I'm new to your channel. Loved your input. God bless. Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for pulling in. Thank you for subscribing. So that's how I'm with, bro. That's what I'm with. All right. So that's how y'all gotta look at relationships, bro. How can I be conducive to this relationship? How can I be a value add to this relationship? Remember, when you go in, always understand 2 is better than 1. Don't go in with the mindset I can do bad by myself. Don't go in with the mindset that I don't need a man. Go in with the mindset, listen, I know 2 is better than 1. How can I be a value add to what this man has going on? Also, making sure that you properly vet the man too. Understanding that he is a man of his purpose. He is a man of his word. He gets things done. He is an ambitious man. He's making things happen. He may not be there financially yet. He may not be the already built up man, but he's working towards it. He's putting forth the action. And so therefore, you're like, I see what he got going on. That's real potential right there. I'm not going off of the potential that I wish he was there, or or this is the potential he could be if he did X, Y, and Z. You see the potential, but he's working towards that. He's putting the work in. That's the difference between the two. A lot of y'all ladies, y'all say, man, I dated him because of potential. Potential for what? Or what you thought that you can fix? Oh, you thought he was going to change for you. Got it. That's where you fucked up at. You thought that you coming into his life was gonna make him change, and you thought that just because you gave him some box that he was gonna change, and you was hoping for the potential change, but nothing happened. Instead, you should go to that dude where he does have the potential, but he's also working towards that too. And you see him putting forth the effort too. He's actually putting the shit to practice. That's how you start looking at things. Then you say, listen, how can I be a value add to this man? I see he going places. He ain't there yet, but I can tell he going places. How can I be a value add to him to help him get there even faster? Because 2 is better than 1. I know I can help him get there. See what I'm saying? When you have a different outlook of it, I'm telling you, it makes the situation a little better. You go into the relationship with the mindset of not this boogeyman complex. You go in with all the optimism that you possibly can. Appreciate you, Elman. So,
listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these 2 videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Yeah, buddy. So I want to go to this other one real quick. This is kind of funny. There's his guy named Stop Playing Trey. And so those of y'all who don't know who Stop Playing Trey is, he's a guy who's always walking around and asking black women why they always wearing weaves. And asking them why they won't wear their natural hair. So before we dive in, give me a minute. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Hey, listen, make sure y'all investing into the platform too, man. Super chat goals. Let's run them up. Let's run the numbers up, man. Yes, sir. We back up in this thing, dog. We are back up in this thing, dog. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this stop playing trade video. Again, make sure you invest into the platform. So let's go ahead and rock out.
Oh, do you want to say that to my face or keep walking?
So do you want me to repeat it? You look too old to be near college campus harassing women. One of those young ladies just said you said something crazy to her when you passed.
So what did she say I said to her? It's all recorded.
Wait, guys. We have a fun little number. It's called student security. So
Okay.
we're gonna let them know there's 2 men on campus harassing women. Thank you.
Okay, so call them. But what did she say I said? What?
Oh, so does it matter? Because she said you're harassing her, and so why are you as a black man harassing black women? Go do that shit.
So what did I do to harass her?
So you were talking to her, and she said you said something rude to her. It doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck if she says something random.
It's all recorded. I said nothing rude to her.
I'm assuming we're gonna see it in the post later.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. What's your full-time job? Can I ask?
No, you can't.
Oh, great. So you want to go and harass other people and be invasive.
So
to them,
what
but
did
you
I
don't
do
wanna-
to harass her? Explain the harassment.
So many people tell me, bro, your content is so great. How do you not have more subscribers? And it's because I'm shadow banned, but we can lift this if you guys hit the like button and subscribe. I appreciate that.
Excuse me, man. What is your favorite hairstyle to see on a black woman?
On a black woman?
Yeah.
What's my favorite? Like, I don't think I have a favorite hairstyle. I do like curly afro is always cute. Some braids. Really, whatever style they feel confident in.
And what about a hairstyle that we should get rid of and terminate immediately that black women wear?
I can't think of one.
You can't think of one.
What? No.
What about the wigs and the fake hair? What about
I
that?
have a wig on.
Oh, you do? Yeah. So why do a lot of black women, choose to wear wigs over their natural hair today?
Because they can't.
What do you? How's that? How's that? You gotta walk.
Yeah,
I can walk with you.
Okay.
So wait, what do you mean because they can?
Like, if I'm a woman, if I want to get my hair done, I want it to be a wig, I can get it done and wear a wig,
So we can all make choices, but is that like the best choice for you? Because I can smoke crack because I can.
Right.
You feel me? Right. But is that best for my life and best for others around me?
Okay, so how's me wearing a wig hurting?
So basically, I don't know if you know or not, but a lot of the wigs have chemicals that can cause like cancer and things like that. Like I'm just looking out for my black sister right here.
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, they have cancer causing chemicals. Also, it kind of paints a bad example for like little girls because they'll feel like their hair is not good enough because they see like mommy and older sister wearing a wig. Does that make sense?
I'm trying to have like a respectful, comment, but I feel like I just left from church, so for you to try to comment on my hair and say you looking out for me.
Oh no, you can say anything you want.
No. I'm not gonna say anything I want. I'm trying to keep it nice, but
okay.
Yeah, if I see a little girl with an afro, I'm gonna uplift her same way my mom did for me. It has nothing to do with, style and preferences. Why do you feel like you care so much about what a woman wears?
My thing is, why you don't gotta get listen. Ladies, if it doesn't bother you, if a man's talking about your weed, like genuinely, if it doesn't bother you at all, like if you don't get offended by it, why can't you just have the conversation? Why can't you just have the conversation? Instead of you, I just came from church and I don't want to say something that I ain't supposed to be saying because I just came. Listen, say what you're gonna say. Because I hit a trigger point. I'm telling you that it's not conducive for you to wear a wig because all the chemicals that it has and it causes cancer for you. Then the only thing that you got to say back to me is I'm trying not to say some crazy shit to you because who are you to talk about my hair? But you just said you like people with you said that you uplift girls with their hair, with natural hair. So why aren't you doing the same? It's just a question, though. I'm just asking.
As a man.
Because I know a lot of the wigs and weaves in general and straight hair, black women were not doing a pre-colonization. So they only do this as a result of colonization and adhering to European beauty standards.
Okay.
So I'm just looking out for black women because like black women, they always say, oh, black men don't protect us. But then when we try, you guys,
Okay, in what way right here do you feel like you're protecting me? I'm trying to walk to my apartment, just left from church, and I feel like you're more so attacking me Then protect.
No, if you don't want to speak, you can say that, and I'll walk away.
You never asked me, did I want to speak?
No,
You
because
just said you followed me. You said you had a question. You never asked me if I wanted to be recorded.
no, I'm walking next to you. But do you not want to speak? Because
You never asked me that. I never had the chance. You just came up to me. So if you was protecting me.
There she go. There she go. Playing the victim role. Listen. You can just as much as he can sit there and say, hey, we recording this video, you can also say, listen, I don't want to be recorded. Because you saw the camera when they walked up. So you can also speak up for yourself too. Goes both ways, shorty.
You know, you would have had a better approach.
No. So if you don't want to speak, then I'll walk the other way.
Yeah. That's
So
the best. And to get rid of that video.
okay, so you don't want to talk anymore.
And to get rid of that video.
All right, you have a nice day.
All right.
Okay, so keep it rolling. It's crazy. It's actually crazy because when you walk up to somebody and they don't want to speak to you, then they'll say, I don't want to talk. Many women, and now she's talking to her friends as a group. Oh, are they coming this way? Do y'all want to talk to me? I'm gonna stand right here. Maybe they want to talk to me. Let's see. But all she had to say was, I don't want to talk to you. And I would have turned the other way. But she was having a conversation with me about the hair. And now she wants to act like, oh, I'm attacking her. When I was walking.
Hey, why that car sitting in the middle of the goddamn street? Why that car sitting in the middle of the street? It ain't turning, it ain't moving. Just what they blocking off?
Right next to her. You feel me? So, no, they never want to say anything. But it's, yeah, they don't have nothing to say. Oh, do you want to say that to my face or keep walking?
Do you want me to repeat it? You look too old to be near college campus harassing women. One of those young ladies just said you said something crazy to her when you passed.
So what did she say I said to her? It's all recorded.
Wait, guys. We have a fun little number. It's called student security. So we're going to let them know there's 2 men on campus harassing women. Thank you.
Okay, so call them. But what did she say I said? What?
Oh, so does it matter? Because she said you're harassing her. And so why are you as a black man harassing black women? Go do that shit.
So what did I do to harass her?
So you were talking to her and she said you said something rude to her. It doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck if she.
See, that's what I'm saying. But that sisterhood, boy, the sisterhood is it has enabled, ignited. Because what do you mean it don't matter what you say? It does matter. Context matters. Because if she tell you I harassed her, okay, what the fuck did I say to have harassed her? What did she say that I said? Let's get down to the context. Oh, it don't matter what you say because she said, nah, bitch. No, bald-headed bitch. Nappy-headed bitch. Tell me what it is. Tell me what I said that harassed her. Tell me.
Say something right.
It's all recorded. I said nothing rude to her.
I'm assuming we're gonna see it in the post later.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, what's your full-time job? Can I ask?
What does his full-time job got to do with the topic at hand? What does his full-time job have to do with the topic at hand? Why? Why does that matter? Oh, you trying to dox him, huh? You gonna try to call his job and say he on college campus is trying? Y'all so fucking, y'all sad, bro.
No, you can't.
Oh, great. So you want to go and harass other people and be invasive?
So
to them,
what did I do to harass her? Explain the harassment.
You got really like flustered. Like, is that like normal?
Look at her. She don't have anything. She don't have anything because now she's throwing attacks. Oh, you're having a little bit of fluster. You're just talking. Once this is when you know when you're having an argument with somebody or in disagreement with somebody, right? And you're trying to get them. First of all, you tell them, what did I say? But they continue to just keep talking. They keep talking. They keep talking. They never answer. They keep talking. They keep talking. Then they start throwing that homonym attacks at you. They just start talking and talking, just throwing a whole bunch of words out. They try to overtalk you and keep talking and talking. Called filibustering, right? Because they don't necessarily have an answer. And what they try to do is they're going to keep talking and keep talking and keep talking. And then they'll try to walk away. Because they don't really have an answer. They just have an issue with you calling the truth out. So they're gonna say everything that they gotta say, then they're gonna try to walk off. And then gonna talk shit as they walk off. Watch. Guarantee you.
Explain the harassment. Am I?
Yeah. You like zoom in for the camera. Hey, you ask your cameraman to zoom in.
So what did I do to harass her? Answer
Why
that.
don't you go ask her again? Or are you not going to go that close to campus because you know you're not supposed to be over here?
I can walk here. It's a public
You can
walk.
walk here, but do you have to harass students? Are you going to ask her a question, or are you only do that
So
to
what
black
did I
people?
do to harass
Look,
her?
there's somebody else coming through. You can ask them a question
What
too?
did I do to harass her? Explain it.
Right. You have a good rest of your day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, hold on real quick. Actually, do you mind if I take a photo real quick?
So they can never explain the harassment. You see this woman right here who's a she's probably a dyke for real. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, she is a dyke. Yeah. But see, they can never explain the harassment ever. And look.
There's a police. All right, I got it. I see. That's a police car. I was like, why didn't the car sit in the middle? Got it. Never mind.
Mind you, look at faggot. Your pants are tighter than mine.
Okay. Hopefully you guys heard that. It's crazy how the first girl, I walked up to her and I asked her a simple question. What is a hairstyle that black women should get rid of? That was the one that got her mad. I was having a conversation with her, but then she called it harassment because she got angry and that I was telling too much truth. And then you see this dyke over here that comes over here trying to insult me and trying to get into the conversation. But I'm like, bro, explain the harassment. And they never can. So she tried to talk about my pants. She called me a faggot. She said my pants are too tight. Look how loose my pants are, bro. Besides that, look at this bag, bro. Go to mdblabel.com. Go copy this bag, bro. Your life is going to turn up. Everywhere I go, I get compliments on this bag. So go copy a bag. It's crazy how they try to claim harassment. If somebody walks up to me with the camera and I don't want to talk, I'm going to be an adult and say, I don't want to be on camera. There's so many women that we approached today, maybe about 10. And they said, oh, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to do it. But she has a conversation with me. But then when you get mad, now I'm harassing you. That's not the way it works. Excuse me, ma'am. What is your favorite hairstyle to see on a black woman?
On a black woman?
Yep, that's the first one. She saw that camera coming. She saw that camera. She see the microphone right there. She could easily say, listen, I don't want to talk. She engaged in the conversation, but as soon as he said something that she didn't like, now it's, oh, you harassing me, and I'm about to push. You about to piss me off?
Yeah,
right here, perfect.
Boom. She saw that camera.
Chance. I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to talk, but she's talking because
she saw the microphone. And she took a step back, so therefore she acknowledges. Okay, well, he on camera. He asking me a question. He has a microphone, so of course he's recording.
she wanted to have the conversation, and my camera is huge, so she knew she was being recorded the whole time.
So why do a lot of black women, choose to wear wigs over their natural hair today?
Because they can.
How's that? You gotta walk?
Yeah,
I can walk with you.
Okay.
Here was another perfect chance. I asked her, why do black women wear wigs over their natural hair today? And she said, because we can. If she was mad right there, then once we were about to cross the crosswalk, and I asked her, I said, oh, you're about to cross? And she said, yeah. And I said, I'll walk with you. She could have said, no, thank you. But she said, okay, meaning that it's okay for us to keep talking and walking.
It kind of paints a bad example for like little girls because they'll feel like their hair is not good enough because they see like mommy and older sister wearing a wig. Does that make sense?
I'm trying to have like a respectful, comment, but I feel like I just left from church, so for you to try to comment on my hair and say you looking out for me.
Oh no, you can say anything you want.
No, I'm not gonna say anything I want. I'm trying to keep it nice. But
right here, she got visibly mad because she said she was trying to keep it respectful. So at this point right here, I knew that she was upset. And at this point right here is when she could have said, hey, I don't want to talk anymore. Have a nice day. Leave me alone. Anything like that. But she kept talking. Why? Because she wanted to keep talking to me, right? But see, what women will do is they get mad because I'm proving them wrong. I'm exposing them. So now they have to claim harassment. She also said, you're over here trying to comment on my hair when I never one time talked about her hair. I talked about black women's hair in general, but she's taking what I'm saying as a personal attack. So that's why she got triggered. And that's why it also threw me off at first, because I'm like, hold on, why are you mad right now? I'm not even talking about you.
Also, when she started getting angry, I peeped it. So I asked her 5 to 6 times. I said, If you feel harassed, if you want me to leave you alone, I will walk away right now. No, if you don't want to speak, you can say that, and I'll walk away.
You never asked me, did I want to speak?
No,
You
because
just said you follow me. You said you had a question. You never asked me if I wanted to be recorded.
no, I'm walking next to you. But do you not want to speak?
You never asked me that. I never had the chance. You just came up to me. So if you was protecting me, you would have had a better approach.
Boy,
No,
it's
so if
Alpha
you-
Mud. We got Rashad McCown.
you don't want to speak, then I'll walk the other way.
Yeah. That's
So-
the best, and to get rid of that video.
Okay, so you don't want to talk anymore.
And to get rid of that video.
Well, we know he ain't got rid of the video because that means we watching it right now. You think it was a person? You think it was a personal attack, Jermaine? I don't think it was a personal attack. I don't. I think she took it as a personal attack. I don't think it was a personal attack. He asking her a general question. But it just so happened that she does have weave in her hair or a wig on or whatever, whichever it is. It just so happened that she has one on, so therefore she felt personally attacked. Now I can't. That's a personal problem for her. But he was speaking in general the entire video. He didn't attack her. He asked because she did. So you saying he saw you saying so are you saying that he saw her? He's like, oh, she got a wig. Let me go talk to her. Hey, listen, that could be it. That could be a reason. However, you might as well get the answer from the horse, right? From the horse's mouth, right? So I'm gonna ask the person who got a weave. What's the reason for wearing a weave? Like, what's the real reason why? But the intent is to get an answer. I don't think it was a personal attack, though. It's not. I don't think it's a personal attack, but I do think it's a strategic move more than an attack, because he didn't attack her in any way, shape, or form. Nor was he disrespectful. Yeah, 100%. Ruel, yes, absolutely. Because if you are proud about the things that you do, why are you getting offended by it? If you are proud of the fact that you wear weave in your hair, you don't care, you are confident in why you wear weave, and you can actually substantiate the reason as to why you wear these weaves, and you don't really care about what anybody else thinks, you shouldn't be upset at all. That's just like me, right? That's just like me. I like smoking cigars. I'm a cigar guy. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't do nothing. I just smoke a cigar every now and then. I don't smoke it on a regular basis, but I do smoke cigars, right? So that's just like me if I'm just chilling. I'm kicking it. I'm smoking a cigar. And somebody walk up to me with a camera. I can do one. I can say, hey, man, go on about your business with that camera, bro. Like, I ain't trying to talk to nobody. Get that camera on my face. Nope, I don't want to ask no questions. I'm good. And they can walk off. That's the first option. Second option, if I decide to have a conversation. Hey, yo, hey, sir, can I ask you a question? Sure, bro, what's up? Hey, so, I walk around, I ask different men, what's the reason as to why they smoke cigars? And I saw you smoking a cigar. And I wanted to ask, man, like, what is it about cigars that people want to smoke? Shit, man, to be honest with you, bro. Some people will say it, man, to be honest with you, big dog, I don't know. Just something that I got into. Or they can give a valid reason as to why, like, hey, man, well, one of the reasons is because, it's the environment of people, the people that you meet. A lot of business deals are made in cigar lounges. A lot of people just are connoisseurs of cigars. And so they just like the inhabitants of smoking a cigar, the look of it, the feel of it, smoking a dark cigar or a mild cigar, and you just kind of going into it. It's like, but you do know that the effects of it can be harmful to your body, though, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be harmful to you. Well, yeah, I'm aware of that too. You know what I mean? But it's just one of those vices that I have. I don't smoke them often, but I tend to grab me one from time to time, and I'll smoke one. But yeah, I do understand what you're saying, though. Yeah, absolutely. And so we can continue on the conversation. But in this case, in her case, it went like this. So, sir, so why do you think people smoke cigars? I mean, because they want to, for real. But like, don't you think that's harmful? Like, when you say that that's harmful to the people, I mean, yeah, I would say so. I would say so, yeah, you know what I mean? But so like what? So like why? So why smoke it then? See, bro, that's the thing though, bro. Like, cause I fucking want to, dog. Like, why you asking me these fucking questions, bro? Like, why you asking me these questions, man? Like, I'm just chilling, bro. Like, why you come over here asking me these questions, bro? You ain't ask me if I wanted to be filmed or not, bro. Like, you come up with the cameras and shit, bro. You got the microphone on my face. I'm just trying to chill, bro. I'm just trying to kick it, dog. Like, you over here asking these questions.
I'm just trying to chill, bro, and you keep on goddamn.
You see what I'm saying? So you see the difference in how I reacted from the first time versus the second. The second is how she's reacting. So let me answer your question. You said, why is any man coming up to women without an invite? It's in the public, Ruel. You have the freedom to do anything you want to in public as long as you don't put your hands on nobody. You have the freedom to do what you want to do. That's how we meet and greet people in the world, right? We walk up to them and we speak. Hello, how are you? How's your day going, right? That's how we meet people. We speak to them. So yes, he's not wrong for walking up to her. What are we talking about right now? I would definitely be okay with him asking my daughter that. It's a question. If she didn't want to answer, that's what she would have said. She felt attacked because she didn't have a comeback. Exactly. Exactly. He has the right to walk up and ask. And yeah, and if my daughters, and if you have daughters and you trained your daughters properly and you raise them up right to be confident in who they are and the decisions that they make, they won't feel attacked. They'll just answer the question like, yeah, man, it's not with the bullshit answer of because I want to. No, it's like, well, some of us, some of us may not be as confident in our hair, because we still don't understand how to do our hair. We don't know the right chemicals to put in our hair, because we don't have the right type of things. Or you could just say, listen, man, I honestly don't have the time to do it. I don't have enough time to do it. And to be honest with you, I don't even know how to really do my hair. So I think the easiest thing for me is just to put the wig on. It's easier for me. It's conducive. I can just get things. I can be in and out. It's an honest answer. You don't have to get offended by it. You choose to get offended by that. And if you get offended by it, that means you are either you are probably subconsciously insecure about the fact that you wear weave. Real talk. I would automatically think this was a setup and treated as a predator playing goofy games. Why would you treat it as a predator though? See, you already coming off in a negative light. He didn't come at her in a predatory manner. He didn't show up to her aggressive. He didn't run up to her full speed. He was already announcing himself before he even got close to her. So how's that predatory? And especially if you see a camera and he say he has a big old camera. So therefore, if you see it as that, you would say, hey, excuse me, I really don't want to be filmed or anything like that. So can you not do that, please? And he would have walked away. Well, what are we talking about? They just think anything a black man says is an attack if they're not big. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because he wants to know. He wants to get the full information because if we listen to the video, right? He said, because I'm actually looking out for women because guess what? There are chemicals that cause cancer in the weaves that y'all put in y'all hair. So I'm looking out for y'all and ask y'all, what's the real weave? What's the real reason as to why you're putting weave in your hair? The thing that actually causes cancer for you. That has a bunch of chemicals that you don't even know about. And you putting that shit in your head. But you're looking at it as, well, why is a man asking a woman about her hair? Do y'all want men to care or not? Pick one. Do you want him to care or do you not want him to care? Because if you don't care, then he's like, oh, men don't even care about us. They don't protect us no more. They don't even ask us about who we are. Not. Do you want him to care or not? Beggars can't be choosers. Pick one. Pick a struggle. Which one? Do you want him to ask you the hard questions? Or do you want him not to care at a fucking all? And just let you go on about your own demise? Pick a struggle. You can't have it both ways. Because he's trying to get to the bottom of an answer, but y'all feeling attacked. You worried about feeling attacked. Make that make sense to me. Right. She had a full-on conversation with him. He even asked her, hey, you know what I'm saying? You about to walk across? All right, well, shit, I'm going to walk with you. She could have said, no, I'm good. Plenty times to stop. But she didn't. So how's that his fault? Come on, man. We got to do better, ladies. We got to do better. Black women, we got to do better. Real talk. Every black man is not predatory. Every man is not predatory. Most men are trying to protect y'all. Most men tiptoe around y'all. Because of situations like, because of situations like what you said, Ruel, you automatically think the man is being predatory. So men got to tiptoe around you. That's why they don't want to speak to y'all ass now. But these are the same women say men don't approach women anymore, so you need to invite. Right. They are not in a setting that you in a public place. What are you talking about? That's the best setting ever. You are in public. So I can walk up to you at any given moment and say, hey, let's have a conversation. And you can say yes or no. It's public. You ain't got no right. Well, I mean, you got rights, but I can walk up to anybody and ask them a question. They can either deny, they can either accept or say no. What are we talking about, man? He should be more concerned with why he would even do this. Well, he has a reason as to why he's doing it. He's trying to get to the bottom of something. He's asking real questions to get to the bottom of why y'all wear weaves. That's his reasoning. He ain't just out here doing it just to do it, just to get views. He's trying to get to the bottom of it, like, hey, shorties, I don't want y'all wearing weaves. I would rather you wear your natural hair. Since black is beautiful, right? Since you love yourself so much, right? You love who you are. Stop wearing weaves. Wear your natural shit. That's what he's getting to. That's the point. That's the point of this. But y'all are missing it because you so worried about, oh, I feel attacked. Because you ain't confident in who you are. Subconsciously, you're not confident in who you are. Because if you were, you would not feel attacked at any point. Why should he ask his mother? What if his mom don't wear weave? What if his mom don't wear weave? Then how he gonna ask her? She don't wear weave, right? We don't know. Men are stronger and bigger than me. Okay, what does that mean? Most men are bigger and stronger, but that don't mean it. That don't mean every man is predatory, though. It's for convenience or versatility. That's their preference, and that's what she should have said. Exactly, Octavia. He would be like, oh, okay, well, he probably would have followed up with it, but you gave the answer like, hey, convenience, versatility, I can do different things with it. That's pretty much why I do it. You know what I'm saying? And so he'd be like, all right, I get that. I understand. All she had to say. Wasn't threatening her at all. We as women want the men to protect us, but not from ourselves with harmful chemicals. Exactly. Okay, if he's trying to he gonna get views on it. Yeah, absolutely. But why not get paid for it too? Trying to get to the bottom of it. Because he know that there are gonna be other women that's gonna watch this too. We are sometimes ignorant because of lack of knowledge. Maybe he was trying to inform her, but you see it as an attack. Yep, every time. What up? What's good with you? Just stepping in for a few. I appreciate you. So he attacked her because she does wear one. No, he didn't. Y'all keep saying it's an attack. It's not an attack, bro. It's not an attack. It's not an attack. It's not an attack. Nowhere was it an attack. He's asking a question. He's asking her questions. If I'm somebody, if I'm a person, right? Let's just say, let's use cars, right? Say I'm a hell-bent, say I am a true believer in American cars only. No foreigns, no nothing. Anything that's from a foreign country, I ain't with it. You should be rocking, you should be driving all American vehicles, right? And I just so happen to say, I see an American and I say, and they're driving a foreign, and I walk up to him like, hey, bro, so I got a question. You know, like, you an American, right? Yeah, I'm an American. So what is it about the foreign vehicles, you know what I'm saying, that makes you want to drive that versus an actual American vehicle? Am I attacking it? Or am I trying to get better understanding as to the reason why? Because even though my thought process is every American should be driving American vehicles, but I want to get an understanding of why they're driving a foreign instead of an American vehicle. Am I attacking them? Now, an attack would be, no, nigga, bro, you a fucking American, bro. You supposed to be driving fucking American vehicles at all time, bro. You shouldn't be driving no goddamn foreign, bro. You shouldn't be doing that, bro. That's some bullshit. That's some hoe shit, bro. You a traitor, dog. You a traitor, bro. You supposed to be driving American. That's an attack. It's two different ways. That's two different things, and that's not an attack what he was doing. Two different things, bro. Men only predatory if she not interested in them. If they find, then he's shooting the shot. Facts. They don't know why they wear them. They just following the trend. That's why they can't answer the question. True. Questions about a woman's hair always feel like an attack to us. But why though? Why should it feel like an attack? And if you are already confident in what you are doing, it shouldn't feel like an attack to you. It should just feel as if like, oh, okay, well, he's just asking. Because what if it is a genuine question? Maybe he truly wants to know. And so if y'all look at it like that, then y'all gonna make it something that is not. That's what we talk about. Y'all are already judging the man and putting him in a bad category before he even get to what he's trying to get to. He just asked the question. But it happens every time, just like the bald-headed blonde who was trying to attack him. He was trying to ask her, like, okay, so what was I saying that was harassing her? What did I say specifically? And she kept rambling and rambling and rambling and rambling. Never said anything. Guess what she did? She walked off. Because she didn't have anything. She didn't have nothing she could stand on. She was just talking because guess what? It's another black woman, a black man telling the woman that she shouldn't wear weaves. Or asking her a question as to why she's wearing weaves. We don't see an attack. That's not an attack. He was just trying to have a civil discourse. But she made it an issue when she said, well, I'm trying to be respectful, but I'm trying to be respectful. I don't want to say nothing crazy. Like, why do you even want to say something crazy? I didn't disrespect you. I didn't say anything out of pocket to you. I didn't call you out your name. I didn't say anything. I'm just asking you a question. So now you want to get personal and try to attack me for what? That's crazy. But shout out to him, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. You know what I mean?
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Yeah, buddy. Uh-oh. Listen, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you share this with your family and friends, as well as make sure you support with a super chat as well, my good people. Make sure you invest into the retirement fund. The retirement fund. All right, so let's go to this next video. Let's go to this Kendra G. Let's go to this Kendra G video, man. So lady, she says she's a mom of 3. And she says no sex until marriage. And she said that she'll make you look better. If you get with her, she gonna make you look better. So I'm definitely wanting to hear what she has to say on this shit right here. So let's go ahead and get into it.
You looking for love? Those tattoos?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. How many tattoos do you have?
7.
Already red flag. Tattoos on the chest like that. Ooh, here we go.
7. Are those all butterflies? Download the Kendra G Singles dating app now. Okay. All right. So is your name Ashley?
Mhm.
All right. How old are you?
I'm 31.
31. And what you do? You'll be 31?
Mm-hmm. June
30, 31. So you're 30 right now.
Mm-hmm.
And when's so you a Gemini or a Taurus?
Gemini.
You're a Gemini. Okay. So you're 30, Gemini. Her birthday. Well, you 2 months away, girl. We still in April.
Right, but it's the year.
I feel you. My birthday's in 3 weeks, I think. 3 weeks. Okay. Ashley, 30, Gemini. You said you have a kid. You have one kid?
I have 3 boys.
What? 3 boys. How old are your 3 boys?
Man, look at man. Hell no.
8 and 2. Well,
I'm
he'll
about
be
to
3
say-
in September.
Say again?
He'll be 3 in September.
982. All by the same man?
No, I have 2 baby brothers.
Okay. Girl, just tell me the age in this moment.
Oh, 2, 7, and 9.
Okay, got you. 2 baby daddies. You ever been married?
No.
Why you not with the 2-year-old dad?
Because he's very toxic. He lied and manipulated me to even get me. He lied about everything, including his name. So I just, yeah. Mm-hmm.
How long did you date him before you found everything out?
He kind of got mad and like blurted everything out. Like we got in an argument, but this was like back in 2022. So
Before you got pregnant. So basically he lied, which is fair.
Okay,
Hold on. He lied, which okay. He manipulated you, okay. You ain't know his name, okay. But you found it all out before you got pregnant by him, girl.
No, I didn't even.
You found out the information. You found out that he lied to you. He was manipulating you. And you still had a baby by this nigga.
Boy, it's out the mud. We got Rashad McCount.
This nigga is trash. No, I was pregnant until like I was 4 months. So essentially we met on Hinge. He matched with me. We met that same night. So how I got pregnant is, you know, when you connect with somebody, you with them, we were together like nonstop for 2 weeks. I end up finding out, like hot and heavy.
Well, girl, I'm not sleeping with nobody I only know for 2 weeks though.
I mean, my mindset was, it's just like when you connect with a person, like you feel like you know them like longer. And like I said, like we were together.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
For 2 weeks straight. So it was just like, you know.
So do you take responsibility for your part? Because that was too fast.
Sure. I played it back in my mind. Like prior to me meeting him, me and my baby daddy, to my first 2 kids, were like in like a complicated spot. Like he was messing with somebody else I didn't know. I thought we were trying to work it out. So when I played it back, I'm like, oh, he was a rebound. So I wasn't emotionally
Wait, who is this nigga?
Per se.
That's how I feel listening to this, man.
And then, like I said, after, you know, we were still kind of complicated. And then after connecting with somebody like so strongly and so fast, I was like, oh, okay. Kind of like went with the flow. That was a bad mistake because, like I said, I want to say a month. After that, he lied about his name, his age, how many kids he had, like everything.
Well, girl, of course he did. You ain't know that man.
But no, here's the thing. But here's the thing. I never had a person lie about their name.
I mean,
But
yeah,
even
that's
in the profile. It was like it was just weird. I never encountered someone who lied about, like, if I ask you what is your name, like I don't expect you to give me a whole completely different name. If I ask you when you were born, I don't expect you to give me a whole completely different birthday. If I ask you how many kids you have, I don't expect you to say 1, you have 6. So I don't know. It was just weird to me. I never.
Okay, so don't cut me off in this moment. But you ain't know him. That's the whole point. You got intimate with a man who you didn't take enough time to get to know in any way. So at the end, don't cut me off, because you keep trying to cut me off. 2 weeks,
girlfriend, you don't know nothing about nobody in 2 weeks, child. Like what does Steve Harvey say? It takes 90 days on the job before they give you health care. So you just gotta, I'm not defending him in no way because he lied. But what I'm saying is you moved too fast to because you're telling me in 4 months of knowing him, you got pregnant?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if
A
he would
grown
have
ass goofy. Remember, I just told you, you that old gang.
Here's the thing, like when I get to know someone, because that's essentially when you get to meet someone, you ask questions to get to know them. I don't expect the person to lie about everything I ask you, number one. And number two, if he would have told me he has his kids, he would have been friend zoned right away.
And that's
6 sometimes? Man.
Hold on, bro.
That's why he ain't tell you, and that's why you gotta take responsibility. Hold on. Ain't nobody, he lied because he didn't want you to know everything because he knew you would be out. But that's why we gotta take self-accountability and vet longer because at the end of the day, it's gonna be on you, right? So it's like, I'm not defending his
accountability for my actions. Like I said, I wasn't in the mental space. I was just, I just found out my baby daddy had tried to put me in a triangle. So when I said, the reason why I was so hot and heavy is because this is the first person, me and my baby daddy have been together since 2017. So this is the first person I actually had a strong connection with prior to him. So, I thought it was gonna go somewhere. And like I said, we met that same night we matched and we was together for 3 weeks. That's how I got pregnant. But yeah, so it was just,
But Ashley, let me jump in. You didn't have a strong connection because it was a lie. I'm trying to get you. You had strong chemistry. You had strong, what is it called? Lust. You had strong excitement. But we gotta, we have to rewrite these words because when you say stuff, I had strong chemistry. No, you don't know nobody in 2 weeks. Okay. It's all fantasy land and hot and heavy. He might've been attractive and that's fair, but long-term stuff to really build with somebody, you ain't learning that in 2 weeks.
And then on top of that, I was 26 when I met him. So this is not like me now. This is like I said, a while ago. And again, I wasn't emotionally ready for anything, to be honest. Like me looking back, you're right, 100%. I'm not defending anything. That's why right now I'm abstinence. Like I'm not even, I'm a whole different, I'm, gonna be 31. I'm not this, my mindset now, it's not and then again, that was the first time ever in my life I had a person lie about everything. So that was kind of a new kind of and then the only reason why I found out is when he got mad and disclosed everything. He was in a whole relationship. So
had you been practicing on your art, you're way in the dark. Silence. Silence.
It was a lot going on. I take myself accountable, but yeah, that's yeah.
Okay, let me just, I'm listening to you. I gotta just change the YouTube show start time because I can tell we about to be with Ashley for a second, child. Ashley, okay, so that's over. That's over. You mentioned you're abstinent. You're abstinent until marriage or relationship?
Marriage, no.
Marriage. So now you're abstinent to marriage. How long you been practicing? How long you been abstinent for?
Now it is. I started February of last year, so about a month and some change. I mean, a year and some change.
A year and some change.
It's April, gonna be May, so yeah.
Listen, I respect your choice, and I feel like you going from one extreme to the next.
Facts.
So now you went from. Hold on, Ashley, don't cut me off. I'm gonna let you talk. We're gonna you can respond after. It's your life, so you can stand in it. But it's gonna be definitely 2 weeks, hot and heavy. All of that is way too fast. Now the new requirement is wedding, and then some men might say you have 3 kids, including a 2-year-old, and I have to agree to be stepfather to these children without having sex with you until the wedding night. So I think they're both extremes, but it's your world. Are you dead set? Are you?
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. You gotta be a plum fool to sit up here. Listen. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. This ain't about men not being able to control themselves and not being able to, have discipline. Shorty, I'm coming into this world where you got 3 kids. You got 3 kids. That means that's a package deal. How y'all like to call it? It's a package deal. I'm not investing my money only into you. I'm investing my money into your children as well. So that pretty much means everything that's going on. If I want to take you out on dates, guess what? That's probably gonna have to come with somebody babysitting. What comes with babysitting, especially if you don't have any close family or friends, we got to pay somebody, right? Or if we do go out, you got to bring the kids too. That means that's more money that I'm spending as well, because I got to make sure they eat, got to make sure that they straight too. So I'm spending bread on everybody. Let alone we get serious. Now you living with me. Not only am I bringing you in, I'm bringing your kids in too. Now I got to take care of them too. Now, mind you, you a bachelor. So typically you probably got all you needed was an apartment. So now you was only spending money on yourself for an apartment, but now you got to look to get a house, which is going to be more money that's coming out of your pocket, because you got to make sure that everybody is taken care of. You got to make sure everybody's straight, because you the step baby daddy. It's a lot of money. And you mean to tell me that a nigga got to wait until marriage in order to bust it down after you got 3 of them and I'm taking care of all these 3 kids too? Oh, no, you got me all kinds of fucked up. You crazy, man. Listen, one of the 2 things about that happen. Some gonna pop off. Say he was to agree to it. Let's just say he was to agree to it. Shorty, you better be doing everything. If you ain't gonna bust open, girl, you better be on your knees heavy. You better be on your knees. You better be doing everything possible. I'm talking, you better not be lacking at all. On top of it. You damn near gonna have to greet him at the door every day when he come in from work with a plate of food. Like, here you go, daddy. Here you go. Thanking him every day. Like, hey, daddy, here you go. Here's your plate of food. Hot meal ready. He shouldn't have to ask for nothing. You ain't giving no box. You ain't giving no fellatio. Nothing. No jelly. Nothing. Boy, you better be. All right. Think it's a game.
Dead set, unless you're a wife, you're not having sex again?
Oh, absolutely. I found, I always had God, but like a year, like when you go through life, right? And it's like everything is like happening at once. And it's like, woe is me. But it's just like also like you're living in sin, right? So it's like, how could you blame anything but yourself? So you got to reevaluate yourself, look at yourself. And then like, I believe in God. Once I strengthen my relationship with God, it's like I'm following everything in the Bible. I stopped smoking. I barely drink. I don't drink anymore. It's just like, I stopped doing a lot of stuff. So the person I'm looking for is a God-fearing man, number one, who's on the same path as me. I'm not looking for anything else, period. Because that's how you get situationships, I feel. So
yeah, I don't agree with situationships. So you don't got like listen, I think, I do get women that have the no sex to marriage rule, and it's your life. So I'm not.
Listen, bro. Listen. I want to be clear about this. I'm all for repentance, doing better, improving yourself. I'm all for it. But hey, dog. And I'm not saying that it's impossible. Let me be clear on that. I'm just speaking from the aspect of most men. Most men are not about to do that. It's like, shorty, you got 3 of them things. 3 of them. None of them are mine. And you mean to tell me that I gotta wait to marry you in order to get something from you? That means I'm courting you, we dating, we doing all, I'm spending money on you, spending money on shorties, all of that. Just to see if we gonna rock out, see if we gonna last long enough to get to the marriage factor. Man, listen. I ain't gonna shit on your dreams and your hopes and your optimism because you know God works in mysterious ways, right? So I'll never go against God. But that's a hell of a thing, boy. That's a hell of a my recommendation, man. You might as well stay single till them kids get out the house. Now, if there's a man out there who's willing to do that, who's willing to take on that role as a stepfather, and who's willing to wait until they get married. I mean, maybe she bumped, maybe because she's getting herself together, maybe she bumped into the right dude, and he know right off the bat that he want to marry her. 6 months down the road, they get married. That could be a thing. It has happened before, so that could be a thing. But the likelihood,
I just know, like I told you, you're going to be everywhere. So that's definitely going to be a discussion of you being celibate to your wedding night. But let's continue. What do you do for a living, Ashley?
I work for the state. I'm in Georgia, so Peach State.
So Ashley, Georgia, and you work for the state? Mm-hmm. Okay. And I think I have it all. So we got Ashley, 30, Gemini, mom of 3 boys. She's in Georgia, works for the states. 2 baby daddies, never married, no sex until her wedding night. What kind of man you looking for?
A God-fearing man, number 1. You know, you gotta love Jesus. A man who respects his mom. I feel like because if you don't respect your mom, you could never respect me. A man is just like, you know.
But one thing for sure, fathers don't get no love, man. The fathers don't get no love. What about respecting his father too? Respecting mother and father. Parents, plural, not singular.
On the right path, has a straight head on his shoulder, not a liar, deceiver, you know, honest. I feel like the basics.
Okay. No, I figured, no worries. You have to do something real quick. Oh, we getting the Kendra Cam early. That was one of your kids?
Yeah, I'm a 2-year-old.
Okay, here we go. All right. So what are your deal breakers?
A liar, a cheater. I feel like the basics, you know, a deceiver.
A deceiver, okay. Should he look a certain way?
Honestly, like I said, I'm turning 31. It's not really, I have to be somewhat attracted to you, of course, but I'm not really big on like looks. Just like I said, just morals. You have to have morals, good character, you know, integrity. I feel like the basics.
Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
Yeah, I feel like you have to make more than me, you know, because you have to take care of yourself, especially if you have kids. Nowadays, inflation is very high, so 100,000 and up, I feel like, because in this economy, that makes sense.
So the request, could he have kids already?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. So the request is God-fearing man, no sex to your wedding night, and he has to make at least 100K.
I mean, especially you have kids, you have to be able to afford you and your.
Why everybody think that they gonna get somebody that make 100 fucking K or more, bro? Why? Everybody ain't there yet, bro. Shorty, you 30. Some niggas may not even be there yet around your age. They probably about to start getting there when they might be around the 60,000, 70,000. Ain't nothing wrong with 60K, 70K. If you know how to use, bro, if you know how to not spend your money on dumb shit, if you know how to invest your money properly, know how to invest in your 401ks, your Roth IRAs, your traditional IRAs, and you're not out and you're living below your means, you're not out here trying to keep up with the Joneses, you'll be straight with 70K. Real talk. Now I get it. You know what I'm saying? In the real world, most people they live above their means because they want to try to buy the Louis Vuitton bag, knowing damn well they can't afford it, so they go and put it on Klarna, and they make monthly installments on trying to get the shit. To try to prove to everybody that they out here getting to it like that. All these motherfuckers ain't out here getting to it like that. Let's be realistic when we talk about dating, bro. I get it. I get it. I promise you I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. That's the goal. I need y'all to start giving ranges. All right, listen. I would love to have somebody that makes $200,000, $300,000 at minimum. I would love that. But being realistic and understanding how the world actually works, because you did mention inflation too, right? I think I can really make $70K work. Or I can make $50K work. Considering my conditions, because I know some of them women who are talking about they want a man that make six figures anyway, they probably making $40,000 a year. So 6 figures sound good. Shorty, you'll be fine. Shorty, you'll be fine if that nigga make $55,000 a year. He's still making more than you. You $5,000 away from 6 figures. So all somebody, one of y'all gotta do is get a promotion. Get a good promotion, or if they got enough skills, they can promote out and get a job where they're gonna pay you probably $10,000 to $20,000 more. But everybody, all y'all ain't gonna get him. All y'all don't qualify for a 6-figure man, dog. Nor is a lot of niggas out here making. Man, let's be honest. Let me see something. Let's do some research. Let's do some research real quick. So 21 to 25% of American men earn $100,000 or more annually. Now that's across the board. That's across the board. That is not specific to race. That's men in general, 21 to 25%. While about 18% of all U.S. adults reach the income bracket, men represent a significant majority of high earners. Approximately 70% to 72% of all 6-figure earners are men. So to break it down even further, so let's go into it. Roughly 21 to 25% of men earn over 100K, but 25% of men earning over 100K compared to 12% of women. So a lot of y'all women who out here talking about y'all boss bitches, it's only 12% of y'all out here making it. So somebody lying. It's only 12% of y'all out here that's making a ton of fucking money. Well, that's making 6 figures or more. So some of y'all be out here lying. And mind you, this is not race specific. This is in general. So if you start to break it down by race, that number decreases. That percentage decreases. So 6-figure demographic, about 70 to 72% of American 6-figure earners are men. Income disparity for every woman earning $100,000, roughly 2.2 to 2.5 men earn that amount. So for everyone, at least two, we can round up. At least 3 men earn 100K or more. It's crazy. High income, 200K plus. The gender gap increases at higher levels, with roughly 75% to 78% of 200 plus earners being men. So median earnings in 2025, the median income for men working 30 plus hours was roughly $69,000, while 40 plus is $71,000. Peak earning age, the highest concentration of 6-figure earners is among adults 35 to 44. All right, so let's see. Making less. So, conversely, 75% of men earn less than 6 figures annually. So, ladies, for all of y'all out here talking about that y'all want a 6-figure man, that's 25. That's 25%. And mind you, depending on if you are a race specific dating person, that also takes a factor. But generally speaking, 25% of men make over 6 figures. 75% of men make less than 6 figures. So that's anywhere from 99,999 and less. So your likelihood of the probability of you getting a 6-figure earner is slim compared to you finding a man that's making under $100,000. You're more likely to find a man that's making under 6. That's a man that's making under 6 figures versus finding a man that does make 6 figures. And let's just say, for example, while 25% of men overall may earn 6 figures, some reports indicate that only 8% of Black men reach this income level. 8%. So that number gets even smaller. That number gets even smaller if you just only are dating based off of race. If you just, hey, I want me a Black man, it's 8%. 8%. So what we talking about, man? So all y'all ain't fit for a 6-figure earner, dog. Stop. Be realistic. I get it. Or at least preface it by saying, listen, I would love to have a man that makes 6 figures, but I know the reality of it. I'm fine with a man who makes 60,000, 70,000. Bet.
Kids. So I feel like 100K is reasonable, very reasonable.
No, it's not.
Okay. I want to be as sympathetic as possible. Have you ever thought of the mindset of the 100K guy?
I mean, here's the thing, Kendra, like,
and take that into factor too. The man who makes 60K and the man who makes 150K, they think totally different. They think totally different. Now, they may align on a lot of things, but in certain aspects, especially when it comes to dating, they think totally different.
I understand like where you're getting at, but I have like my options like right, you know, I don't look like I have 3 kids, number one. So when you meet me, you don't automatically, that's not what you see, number one. Number two, I'm not ugly. So even with like when I get to meet a person and actually talk to a person, they actually like me. And then honestly, the kids don't even really matter much for most men. I don't have a problem.
That nigga crazy.
So why are you talking?
You just said a bunch of nothing. Because if you didn't have a problem, you would be married to the 6-figure man. You wouldn't be on Kendra G talking about what you want to date, what you don't want, men lying to you. You wouldn't be on here talking about that. So your results ain't matching the story that you're telling me right now. Because although I will agree, you're not an ugly woman at all. You're not. But to sit up here and say and lie and say they wouldn't think that you have kids, shit, you lying to me. Look at them tattoos. Niggas see them tattoos they automatically look at you as a bust down, whether you believe it or not. And oh yeah, she get to it. She got butterflies on the breast. She got the tattoo on the clavicles. Oh nigga, we in the game. I know she going. She got tattoos on the clavicles. She going. And she got a Hello Kitty right there next to the butterfly. Oh, I know she get down. I know she get down. I know she get down.
What do you mean by that?
She, you know what I'm saying? She get down, bro. So that shit that she just said, she's straight up lying. She going. Shorty, you just said recently that you were with a man for 2 weeks and you got pregnant by him. You going. Maybe not now, but you definitely was going. Them 6-figure earners, they definitely look at you like, oh yeah, she a bust down. She cute, but nah, I can't take it serious though. I'm just trying to get in there, see what that shit hitting for, and then I'm up out of there.
What do you mean?
Honestly, I didn't even think you was gonna pick me, but I just wanted to like to meet you. But I mean, I'm open to what
going back down to what we were just discussing. And I don't want you, and this is why I said I want to be sympathetic. You know, I've been doing this for 6 years, right? Of interviewing people. And I always say this, there's things that I know now that I would have never conversate about 6 years ago. So the men you were just
It's converse, Kendra. It ain't conversate, it's converse.
Just discussing there, I think you are attractive. Like, so there's gonna be men that are gonna want to be with you. I agree with you. You're not an ugly woman. I think you're gorgeous. We saw you stand up. You're well put together. But then there's categories, right? So what you want is, you don't want a guy. There's plenty of men that will be like, yeah, I want to have fun with her. She's attractive. You want the guy that's gonna court you and take you serious, right?
That's why I'm not having sex, because you're gonna eliminate yourself. Because honestly, again, I'm not desperate. That's number one. So I feel like when you're desperate, you'll go for anything. And back in my younger days, I wouldn't say I was desperate as in like I couldn't pull someone. I was looking for love in all the wrong places. And that led me to where, I was led. I wouldn't trade my kids for the world because they was obviously meant to be here. I feel like everything happens for a reason. But now me, like, especially in my 30s, it's just like a whole different mindset. And the person that I want is, number one, going to respect himself and me and God. So that makes like slim picking itself, because a lot of people don't really believe.
So in the year of your abstinence and with the men, how has that?
Ladies, listen, like I'm gonna need y'all. Listen, let Courtney, I could give you some game real quick. Let me give it to you from an ENG perspective, right? You need to evaluate yourself. Not the hyper unrealistic way. Not the I'm gonna write my name down 3 times and then 3 times and then 3 times and I'm gonna manifest it, right? I need you to really do an audit on yourself. Sometimes this is where comparisons actually matter, because the comparison is not for you to hate or find the negative things within yourself. It's to gauge where you actually measure, right? So if you are a woman, we already said it. She's an attractive woman. Not denying that. Now, go look at another attractive woman. Look at the things that she's had. Look at the things that she has. And look at her results. Now, compare yourself, measure yourself to that. Why is it that this woman over here, who's also just as attractive, or maybe less attractive than you are, how is it that she's getting these top tier men over here, but somehow you aren't getting it, even though you look better than this woman? You look better than her, right? That's one. That's the first phase. And I think, to be honest with you, I think typically you would get past the first stage because you are an attractive woman. I'm not denying that. But if you cover up, yeah, you definitely gonna get a pass. If they see the tattoos, it might be a little, you probably already gonna be sliding. I'm just being honest with you. But you also have to take account into that too. Like, they see the tattoos, especially around the clavicles. Oh yeah, you done. You done. Unless he's another guy who loves you. He just loves tattoos. He's a connoisseur of tattoos. then that's a different ballgame. Now, as you're taking into account, now you're taking an audit on yourself. You're realizing, okay, what does this woman have? What do I have? Why is she getting the men that she wants? Why is she getting the type of man that I want? And how come those men aren't coming over here to me? Well, she don't have kids. She don't have any kids at all. Any. So you got 3 of them. 3. So that means, and not one time did you get married. So therefore, that not only shows that you are out here busting it open, but it also shows your decision-making skills are not that good. You don't make good decisions. So that's another thing that they see. They see you as a good time. Regardless of the conversation, you may be cool as fuck. You may be dope as fuck. But they can't get over the fact that you got 3 kids. And you got to be able to take account of that. You got to be able to understand, listen, I got 3 kids. So that means I need to be if I want to even have a remotely close chance to getting the type of guy that I want, not what you deserve, but what you want, you are going to have to go above and beyond. You know how Black people always talk about like, oh man, but you know, we didn't start, it never started fair. We always had to start behind the line while everybody else got a head start. That's your case. That's the case for you. Everybody already a lap around the track. You got to catch up. And you gotta put it all on the line in order for you to get to that place. You got to put it all on the line. So that means you got to do more. You got to do what old girl is doing who don't have kids plus 10. That's why I said, if you want that, shorty, you're going to have to go above and beyond. You're going to have to bring extreme value to this man. Extreme value. Proven results immediately in order for that to even remotely, for you to even have a fighting chance. But it first going to have to take you having accountability and understanding the disadvantages that you are in, that you got. You're at a disadvantage. It is what it is.
Ben, are they willing to still date you knowing that you're not having sex to your wedding night?
And you ain't busting it open until marriage? Times 20. Times 20. Times 20. That means times 20. Fuck the 10x. 20x it. You gonna have to 20x it. If you expect not to have sex until marriage, and you want him to take care of your 3 kids, and he gotta be a 6-figure earner, 20x it.
I mean, yeah. I have like I don't want to spill my tea, but a lot. Again, I feel like it's the approach, right? When you come in, especially the person I'm looking for, when you respect yourself, it kind of like your energy kind of like draws them in. Yeah, so I really don't have an issue with, because I'm very blunt and honest up front. So I ask my questions. You can.
Oh, and she got an attitude, nigga. 30 exit. 30 exit. 30 exit. We done went from 10 to 30. 30 exit. You gonna have to come with it.
Ask me anything, I'll let you know like what it is. I'm not gonna hide anything, you know. So it's up to you. Like I don't have a gun to your head, you know. You can take it or leave it, you know, type shit. So yeah, it's just like again, you know, I'm not.
So I'm trying to figure out. So what ends the relationships then? Since you said the men don't have a problem with your requirement, and they make the money requirement too. So what's been happening in the year? Like, why do they end?
I wouldn't say necessarily they end. Right now, I'm just talking, you know, to people, getting to know people better, instead of just like hopping in hot and ready. Like I learned from my mistakes. Like I feel like life is a lesson itself. Like we're all on journeys. So if you bump your head, it's better to learn than to bump your head over and over again. So it's my approach. So again, I'm honest. I'm not hiding my kids from no one. And they really want me. So it's more of that. Again, like I don't look like I have
hold
kids.
on. Okay. It's not about looks, right? Because again, I think anybody watching, and if anybody was to disagree, they're a hater. You're gorgeous. I don't think that's what that's nothing to do with what I'm talking about. And again, I'm not God either, right? But when we put money in it, you know, this is what I've been told from men, right? It comes to math, right? So this guy has to be willing to financially support your children, you know, also be willing to wait until the wedding night to also have sex, which I'm assuming y'all would be on a courting stage for a minute, right? Like, you know, like you probably court for at least a year. And then I don't know, you tell me, you want him to seriously court you. That means he wouldn't be having sex with other women, correct?
Yeah, like if we're exclusive, right. that's the, you know, the definition of exclusive is you.
Listen, y'all remember when I said you got a 10x and shit, 20x and 30x? Listen, baby girl. Sometimes I truly think people should give up, but I can't tell people to do that. Peace to the host and chat. Hey man, I appreciate you, Machiavelli. I appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you for showing love, homie. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The looks, her face card is on point. I'm gonna say it again. Her face card is on point. That ain't the issue. The issue with me is this. Now you saying that y'all exclusive. You want a 6-figure earner man. He taking care of your kids. Paying for things, right? Because 9 times out of 10, he ain't gonna move in with you. You probably gonna move in with him. Y'all gonna be courting each other. Y'all gonna be living together. Y'all gonna be in the same house together. You gonna be walking around in them booty shorts, looking good, and he want to bust that thing down. But you saying no, not until marriage. And you telling me that this 6-figure earning man who can easily, mind you, if he's, we're gonna assume that he's an attractive man, right? We're gonna assume that he's an attractive man. He's a very well, decent, well put together man, right? If you're a 6-figure earning man, not all 6-figure men look good, right? But considering the fact that she is an attractive woman, I'm pretty sure that there's some attractive men that, you know, that she can pull. So considering that, you telling me that because y'all exclusive, that this nigga gotta wait to get boxed. And he doing everything. This is where that 30x comes in. This is where that you gotta do, you're gonna have to, you starting from one lap and you gotta catch up. You gotta do what Shorty is doing over here and 30x it. So part of that 30x is you gonna have to be okay with this nigga busting some shit down outside of you if you want him to wait. Y'all ain't married, so it ain't considered cheating. It's not considered infidelity. Y'all aren't married. You gonna have to be okay with that. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, bro. I'm gonna be 110% honest with you. You want to talk real? We're gonna have a real conversation. Let's have a real conversation. He's financially taking care of you, which means typically saying, because you said inflation, you want to make sure that you are living comfortable. You want to make sure your kids are safe. That's why you're saying 6 figures, right? Your kids are good. You're taken care of. He's taking care of everything. You ain't busting it open for him, but you're doing everything else. You cooking. Hopefully you cooking, you cleaning, and you got a mouth too, because it seems like you got an attitude too. You be popping off at the mouth, so he got to deal with that. Shorty, you gonna have to. I'm gonna call you clavicles. Clavicles. I'm gonna need you to be a little bit more open. He gonna have to bust some shit down outside of that relationship, and you're gonna have to be okay with it until marriage. Then when marriage happens, like, hey, you gotta cut that shit off. We married now. We here. You be like, all right, Now that could be a potential. That could be a potential thing for you. That could probably work for you. He'd be like, I bet, nigga. You know what? Fuck that. I'll take care of y'all. As long as I'm allowed to bust some shit open, you just tell them, listen, just don't get nobody pregnant. Don't bring no diseases back. And we good. Is there another option?
No, there's no other one but me, especially if we're taking each other seriously. Again, I'm not here to force anybody. So if it's your decision, right? So you know everything that comes with me. If you are wanting me, because here's the thing, like I don't go for men who like listen to like God rest his soul, Kevin saying or whatever, you know, Kevin, I don't know his last name. I don't really go because my whole thing is this, like, there's somebody for everybody. Like,
she hard-headed. That's why you can't get nobody. You hard-headed. You ain't listening to nobody. You should have been listening to the Godfather. You should have been listening to the Godfather when he was telling you your results. You have the results that he's talking about. It's harder for you. You have the results that he's talking about. You got 3 of them. And you can't, that's why you can't get no man. You don't listen. You ain't comprehending, Clavicles. Come on, man.
There's to each his own. So it's just like your mindset. If you are very like closed-minded and not open-minded, I wouldn't want to like be with you anyways, because we wouldn't agree on certain things. Like, yeah, so I feel like certain rules apply to certain people.
Okay, this is true. Dating is
certain rules apply to certain people. 6-figure earners is not going to take no woman with 3 kids and you ain't busting it down until married. You crazy as hell. Those rules apply to the 6-figure earners. That means you need to be busting it open. That means you have to go against that rule. Or you're going to have to get you a 5-figure earner. Pick one. Pick a struggle. Pick a struggle. Either go against the grain and say, you know what, I'm going to bust open for him because he's taking care of the kids and, you know, he doing what he got to do. So I'm going to bust open for him. Or you're going to go and get you a 5-figure earner. You can't have both. Pick one.
Very individual. I do got to correct one statement you said. Everyone does not get a romantic partner. I think we say that saying, but that's not a fact. And we can all prove that because when we say there's someone for everyone, I believe God is good, but that only person God has guaranteed you to have is the person in the mirror. You the only person that is guaranteed. Everybody else, children included, at some point in time, either you go, they go. So we recite the saying, there's someone for everyone, but I think we say that in a romantic manner, and that's just not a fact. God did not promise every single human being a romantic partner. I know people hate when I say that, but it's needed to be said because we recite things that are just not factual. Like we probably could all name people who have passed on who never got married or never had a romantic partner. So that's just not God's promise. God's promise is we have a journey, and I don't know what everybody's individual journey is. And that's what life is about. And we'll have people that will come along throughout our journey. And some will get married, some will not. Some will have children, some will not. That's the truth. But the saying there's someone for everybody in a romantic saying is just not true.
What I mean by that is like beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I done seen people with no legs get married to people with a person who have legs.
Those are the easiest marriages because they don't have high requirements.
I mean, but what I'm saying is they're not the pick of the litter, and they have like a provider, everything, and they're handicapped. So it's just like when I say that, I mean
y'all be taking the smallest insignificant percent of the people that actually make it out of the mud. And y'all be using it. Well, it's a person that was handicapped and they got married. Yeah, we know that. But what's the likelihood of that happening? What's the likelihood of a woman who has all of her limbs, right? Got all of her limbs. And somehow she meet this guy who's already handicapable. And she's like, man, you know what? I really rock with this dude. This dude is dope. This guy is fucking phenomenal. You know what? I want to marry him. How often is that happening? How often? We're not talking about them already being married and then something traumatic happens and he ends up in a wheelchair. We're talking about he's already in a wheelchair and you meet that person. How often is that actually happening? Not too often. Because 9 times out of 10, most people want somebody that they got all their limbs, they're good, they're solid, they're healthy, typically speaking.
Looks is one thing, but also it's your personality, it's your character, it's your morals. You know, are you a headache or are you like a relief? You know, do you cater? You know, that plays a big part of it because looks can put you in the door, but a stank attitude can kick you right back out. Like, who wants to deal with beauty phase? Like, it's not forever. So.
That's true. Let me ask this. Are you going, Ashley? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Do you have a looks requirement? Should he look a certain way?
No.
Oh, you don't care how he looks?
I mean, I have to be somewhat attractive, but I don't have any, no.
Yeah.
I want you just to answer this because this will be the question. Okay. And I want to, and again, we're just having a conversation, but I want to get all these questions out because I know when you're reposted, these are things people might say. So again, I think nobody disagrees with your attraction, right? So I'm going to just take it in the money part of it. Like a man that makes $100K and looks pretty good, he's probably going to have a lot of options of women, right? Like it's just the way the game is set up, child. I don't make the rules, but everybody want a $100K man that looks good. So then the question becomes, if this man has a lot of options, why does he solely focus on a woman who may, have 3 children already? And also the requirement is to wait until marriage to have sex when he may have options that don't include those 2 things.
Again, it's not all about the looks. I feel like when you have a connection with somebody, because, this is me talking from experience. This is not like me, projecting. I didn't had a man who had over 200,000.
Okay, let's stop right there. And he was willing to marry you without and no sex and all that?
Yeah.
So what happened?
Again, it's about character. So once I found out, again, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking from experience, not.
Okay, but let's talk about the
liar. You're a liar. You're a liar.
This guy that you just named that had 200K that was willing to marry you and not have sex until your wedding night. Why did you count him out?
Character. Once I feel like I can't trust you, what
was wrong with his character?
Just little small lies, very high temper. Once I feel like you lost my trust, it's kind of like starting from
get some help.
The ground up. Because
how long did you guys date for?
About a year.
And y'all never had sex?
No, I didn't say we never had sex. I met him before I became abstinent. So we had sex.
Okay, girl, he don't count, child. He already had sex with you.
But it was
we talking about, no, this is important though. And I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but I'm just trying to have a reality conversation. That guy and you had already been intimate. So he's not the guy we're talking about. We're talking about a man that you've never been intimate with, that is going to agree to all of that. So that guy didn't fall into
that's harder. Because like I said, we had sex twice. And then I told him okay, that's it. I'm getting closer to God. I'm becoming abstinence. And he was okay with it. I feel like that's harder than.
How much longer did y'all break up after you said you were abstinent?
Well, I want to say February of this year.
No, but when did you tell? So when was the last time y'all was intimate? And then when did y'all stop talking?
That was August of last year.
So you haven't been abstinent for over a year because you had sex last August.
Well, almost a year, I guess.
Boy, it's out the mud. We got Rashad McCown.
It was February or August, one of those. Again, we only.
Well, I'm telling you, you let them talk long enough, they're going to bury themselves in the fucking hole. Let them talk long enough. Let them talk long enough. She burying that hole.
Had sex twice. So it was February or August of last year. I'm kind of like, you know, I don't know.
February and August are very far away. They're not even close in months.
Oh, no. Then yeah. It was February, March. It wasn't August. I take that back. Yeah, it was March. Like I said, I met him in February. We was intimate 2 times in March. And then I told him after that, because I was feeling guilty, because I already had this in my mind, you know, prior from me even meeting him. So I just told him, like, you know, I want to be abstinent. He told me that it was not a big issue because his last relationship, they stopped having sex a long time ago. So, you know, I don't know, but that's what he said it wasn't a problem for him. But that's my point. I feel like that's hard from having sex, then completely stopping and being able to continue that for the respect of me. Again, it's all about respect. Like, I'm looking for someone who's aligned with me, equally yoked, you know. That's why I don't have necessarily too many requirements.
She capping.
I'm not sure what happened.
Sorry, I got a call.
So a couple things. So the last time y'all was intimate, it wasn't August, it was March, you're saying, of last year. Okay.
Yeah.
And you guys dated exclusively all the way into February?
All the way into August, because we moved in with each other. And well, it was February, yeah. We moved in with each other in August. And
so in March, you guys, so you moved in with each other in August. When did you move out?
This year in February.
So you moved in together in August and February. So y'all was sleeping in the same bed every night and y'all was never having sex.
I tried. He had what is it called? Sleep.
So let me ask the question again, because maybe it's a clear question.
He wasn't sleeping. That's what I'm saying. We were sleeping in it. I tried sleeping in the same bed with him, but he snored very loudly, and he also like stopped breathing in the middle of his, and it would wake me up. So
she capping. Somebody
sorry, I got a call. Once
somebody call her, tell her, hey man, I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up.
Wake up, I can't go back to sleep. So I had to sleep in another room.
So you moved in August and y'all didn't sleep in the same bed?
We did for like a month. And then after that, you know, I was sleeping in another room. Because like I said, he not only did he snore loudly, he would stop breathing for like 5 seconds. And then all of a sudden a gasp of air. And once I couldn't, you know, once I wake up, I couldn't go to sleep. So I wasn't getting much sleep. So I had to.
Gotcha. So when you moved in August and y'all broke up in February, y'all never had sex during that time?
Right.
I don't believe that shit.
Okay.
A hand on the Bible. I have no reason to lie.
So and he was fine. So according to you, he was abstinent during all that time too?
We lived together, so 100%. All he did was work and come home.
So why did y'all eventually? So what was the lie that made y'all depart from each other?
See, here's the thing. Like, I'm trying to, I know my issues, I know my flaws, like my vices, and I'm actively working to get better. I can't be with a person who's not doing the same thing, because you're pulling me back and you're triggering me. And once I felt like you're pulling me out of character, like for no reason, it's kind of like a toxic. If I take 2 steps forward, I don't need a person to take me 3 steps backwards. So it was
See, here's the thing. She's talking way too much. She's not answering the question straight. She's trying to give a whole explanation. She's not answering the questions. She's trying to talk around it. Excuse me. She's the problem.
Wasn't like a healthy environment for me, especially me actively doing the work, and especially when we have conversations and we talk about the problem and then it constantly occur again. So, you know, I can only express what I need and, you know, what you're doing and things like that. Like, for example, I take accountability for my actions. I can't be with a person who don't take accountability for their actions. Like, I don't need a man-child, you know?
I got that. I guess the question I'm asking you is, what was the ultimate demise? Because it seems like,
that.
What? I don't know what that is. What was that?
Not being able to take accountability for.
Well, take accountability for what? What happened?
Okay. I mean, because it was a few things.
She ain't got. Listen, she lying. She lying. Because here's the thing. If there was something concrete that you knew that what it was something. Because if you're in a relationship, right, and it was some shit that you just know you don't tolerate, you could remember it like the back of your hand. I don't care if it's 10 years, 20 years, 5 years, 1 year, whatever the case may be, you're going to remember exactly what happened and why that relationship didn't work out with that person. It wouldn't be no, let me see. You remember exactly what happened. Unless it's a lie and you don't have anything. So you're trying to make some shit up on the fly to make yourself seem like you just the ultimate, the best person ever. I don't want to hear that shit. We know you lying, man. We know you lying.
We would get in an argument and then he would lie about what he said. And then it's just like, I would have to pull text messages up to like prove like this is what you said. Like it was just doing too much.
When? What was the context of the conversation? Why did you have to go to the phone to pull up some text? What was it that he lied about? What was the conversation that made him want to lie in the first fucking place? Let's dig deep into this, because you're lying when you start just giving. Now you're giving bullet points. Well, when I just got to pull out my phone and then I got to show you text message because you just been lying about me. See, I just can't deal with that. You ain't telling me nothing. You ain't telling me, like, I don't understand. I don't get it. So what happened? Exactly. Like, give me frame by frame. What the fuck happened? How did it start? What got y'all into the argument in the first place? Why did he lie? What made you pull up the text message? I need you to tell me from the beginning to end. You ain't got nothing. You making up some bullshit.
Mind you, at this time, I was like 30, 29, you know.
I thought this was I thought y'all just broke up this February.
Right, but I'm talking about the beginning, last February. Like when we first, remember we moved in with each other in August of last year.
Right. And y'all broke up 2 months ago, right? Or when did y'all break up?
I would really say we broke up December. We moved.
Girl, listen, now I was trying to roll with you, but you done told two.
She lying, bro. She keep getting caught in her lie. She keep making up shit. Her story keeps changing every time. Her story keeps changing. Let them keep talking. They gonna reveal.
No, listen, hold on. No, Ashley, hold on, Ashley. You done told so many lies that I kind of let go.
It's not a lie.
Because the truth is easy to tell, and this story changes 5 different times and dates, and I let him go for the grace I was giving you. But hold on, don't overtalk me. Overtalk me. Yeah. I'm actively trying to listen and give you the benefit of the doubt. But you have changed dates so many times, and I always say this: the truth is easy to tell. You just said y'all broke up this last February. Now you saying December. Like
when I say broke up, I mean like we stopped living with each other in February. The relationship was over in December, but the lease wasn't broken until February.
Cap, man, cap. Just listen, man. Listen, just say you got caught in your lie. Just listen, bro. Stop digging the hole. Stop digging the fucking hole, bro. Just listen, you know what? You right. You got me. No, I'm the problem. So no, she don't take accountability. She don't. Because a person who takes accountability, there's no excuse behind it. There's no, oh, well, this is me. This is what I would. No, it's literally what it is. Now, look, this is what I did. This is what I did wrong. I chose the wrong dudes. I ended up having kids by because we already knew what it was when you said you was with a nigga for 2 weeks and he got you pregnant. We already knew what time it was after that. So anything you said after that was void. Anything you said after that was null and void. We don't care. Shorty, you had a baby by a nigga after 2 weeks of being with him. I don't care about nothing else. I don't care about nothing else you got to say.
So February is when I got my own place and we stopped living with each other. December was the beginning of the end. So it's not me lying. It's me trying to go back a year ago, you know, because we're halfway over with this year.
It's not a year ago, girl. If this is what happened, this
February
is 5 months ago.
Year is a year ago.
Huh?
February of last year is a year ago. You asked me when
wait, okay, so wait. When did y'all break up? February of last year?
We got together February of last year.
No, I'm not asking about that. I'm asking when did y'all break up?
That's what I'm saying. So
when did you move out of the home, for clarity?
February of this year. That's what
okay, so I'm asking about things of 2 months ago. We're in April. So what I'm not asking about when y'all started. We passed that. We were talking about
lies was being told. You asked me when we had sex. So I said August, because that's when we moved in together. But we really had sex. I had to remember back in March of last year. That was the first time we had sex. We had sex twice. That was not a lie. That's just me trying to go.
So y'all
back
did have sex in August.
I mean, no, that's when we moved in together. But I said,
okay, you said you had sex twice. What 2 months did you have sex twice?
March.
So you only had sex twice in March.
Right.
Okay. And y'all broke up 2 months. You moved out 2 months ago.
I moved out in February. We broke up. We was breaking the lease in December. So that's when we actually officially, we were still living together, but we were not really talking much. It was kind of like tension. So that was December. I moved into my own place February 8th. So yeah, it's just me trying to, differentiate. I don't have no reason to lie at all.
Okay. All right. So let's continue. All right. Ashley, 30, Gemini. Okay. So we did the money. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Damn.
Okay. Look like you're in shape.
Oh yeah, she toxic. Toxic. She toxic. She toxic. Yep. 100%. Boy, she toxic, boy.
So we just talked about, so this was your last relationship we just talked about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when was the last time, you don't have to answer, but when was the last time you was intimate?
March of last year.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
I'm actively working on them. But leaving, like I said before, like when I feel like, I'm not being heard, if I have to reiterate like the same thing over and over again, and you're still not applying or trying to work on it, it's time for me to go, because it's like, how many times do I have to tell you this is what I need for you to actually care?
You like.
So I would say I'm somewhat of a runner. Also my temper, but this is like,
Did not tell y'all she got a mouth on her. Did not tell y'all earlier she got a mouth on her. I told y'all earlier. I said she got a mouth on her. Mm-hmm.
Like something like, through the grace of God, I feel like I'm actually overcoming, but giving more grace. When I was like, I feel like, here's the thing, when we all have
just give the answer. We don't need a diatribe. We don't need you to go on a monitor. We don't need that. Just tell us what your flaws are. Because the first one, we ain't letting, that's some bullshit. The first one that you said is some bullshit. The only one that you actually stood up on and said, I got a mouth on me. We know that already. We already tell anybody who got the clavicle tattoos, we know they got a mouth on them. And it's butterflies, we know you got it. We know you got a mouth on you. We know that. We know that. Now you finna make up some bullshit to try to flip it back on the man to make it seem as, well, it's the man's fault that I actually act like this, so it ain't really a flaw, but I'm gonna call it a flaw. No, nigga, no.
A little girl inside of us that had like a defense mechanism, especially if you got bullied or whatever, you had to defend yourself, so you have to be on defense. That little girl, I built up a defense, but I learned that does not serve me in my adulthood, so I had to change myself, because basically the things that I was doing was hurting me more than saving me. So I had to look deep within myself, rearrange myself. I'm like, okay, Ashley, the things that you did to defend yourself or keep yourself safe, it's not working in your 30s. So me, like I said, not being like too hot-headed, too defensive. I learn how to listen to understand, then listen to respond.
A grown ass goofy. Remember, I just told you, you that old gang.
Fam. You see how easy it was? I always say this. You see how easy it is for a lot of times when you hear these type of women, they can give out the laundry list of what they want from a man, what they don't want from a man. I'm talking about no stuttering, no hesitation, no diatribe. They give the direct answer. I'm talking about easy, smooth flow. As soon as it comes to, tell me about you, tell me about your flaws, here we go with the diatribe, the monologues. Look, hold on. Let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something. Now you got to go through this whole explanation of shit of because you ain't gonna tolerate this, and because sometimes I had to learn, and my dad wasn't around me, but my mama, she raised me the right way. And so the way that my mama raised me, she told me that I'm supposed to stand up for myself, but I'm learning not to be such a person that stand up for myself, because I understand that the type of men that I have, or the type of men that want me, they don't want that. So therefore I got to understand, I got to stop talking the way that I talk. Like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
What else?
Look at it.
Not being nonchalant. Like, I also learned, if there's something that bothers me, I'm gonna state it in the moment instead of just letting it linger. Because then you build up and you explode.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Oh shit.
I'm a natural nurturer. Like I said, I feel like I'm a good partner, period. Like we all in a little backstory, I had all my kids in my
Hold on, y'all. Nah, hold on. We gotta address that. Hold on. Nah, I know good and well. Here we go. She got an explanation for us, y'all. She got an explanation for us. Just like I said.
20s, right? I was looking for love in all the wrong places. Obviously, that's why I was attracting the men I was attracting. Met my baby daddy when I was very young. I feel like I'm a good nurturer. Like, I take care of you. I can cook, number one. I've been cooking ever since I was 9. I know what my partner would need in a woman. Also, like, a lot of men like to be just felt wanted, just a lot of men like to felt wanted, appreciated. I feel like that's just easy, especially when you reciprocate energy. I 100% make a man look better.
You make a man look better?
100%.
In what ways?
Like my just appearance and period.
That nigga crazy.
Like how I present myself, how I carry myself now.
What?
My
man, look
energy.
Man, hell no.
Like I walk and this is not me being cocky. This is just, again, speaking from experience. I walk in a room and I demand attention.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that? I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking.
Like, period. I mean, yeah.
But she just said a bunch of nothing. I wish I had the wah, wah, wah. What the fuck is that? I said this earlier when we were having a conversation with the Angel in the Angel Reese topic, right? That's what I said earlier. When I said take away the money, take away the visibility, take away all that shit that you can kind of lean on to make it seem as if you are more valuable than what you actually are. Take that away. Take when somebody asks you, what is it that you actually bring to the table? Like, who are you? Like, why should a man want you? Don't talk about cooking. Don't talk about cleaning. Don't talk about the things that actually adults are supposed to fucking do. Because in order for you got to know how to cook in order to fucking live, right? And you don't want to live in a messy space, so you're going to learn to clean. You're going to learn to clean your area. Those are adult behaviors. Those are things that adults should be doing, right? So I don't need that as an answer. I need the real. What is it about you that makes you more valuable than the next woman? And just like I called before, start stumbling over your words. You go into a whole diatribe. You just start making up shit. Talking about, let me tell you a story. No, bitch, don't tell me nothing. I want you to answer the question directly. The same way you answered the question when I said, what don't you like about men and what do you want in the man? I need you to answer about yourself the same exact way. And here's the problem. Most women don't even know, they don't even care to evaluate themselves and who they actually are. They're just gonna give you the basic answers that every other woman would tell you. And they just gonna ride on that. It never fails, dog. And we just seen it right here in real time. She said, I make a man look better. How? How? I want to know. Because what rooms are we walking in to where people gonna stop and look at you and be like, oh my God, like you see her over there? Now we said that she's attractive. Now she ain't drop dead gorgeous. Now let's be 110%. I said she's attractive. She ain't drop dead gorgeous. And then you got all the random ass tattoos on you. So therefore, the attention that you getting probably ain't the attention that you think it is. And we're gonna keep it above.
Okay, she's gonna upgrade you. What was the age range you said you wanted to date, Ashley?
I didn't say, but I would say, and don't judge, like 38 to 50.
No, you definitely should go older. I think that's older. Yeah, you should definitely go older. Do you want more kids? I can't remember.
If I meet my husband and he wants more, I would do like 3 is the limit.
3 more kids?
Right.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't be opposed to that because again, genetics wise, I feel like, you know, I bounce back very easy and I don't work out. So it's just not like, I feel like it's genetics for sure.
And you don't work out.
Okay, well, let's do it. Ashley, I know you just jumped on. We're on TikTok. Are you inside the Kendra G Singles dating app?
No.
Okay, let me show you that.
Man, exactly. Delusion at its finest. Delusion at its finest right here. We just witnessed it. We just witnessed the delusion at its finest. We just proved everything. She thinks she is God's gift to earth. Well, I mean, in the sense of despite all the decisions that she's made, right? Butterfly tattoos, clavicle tattoos, arm tattoos. She got the Jada P. You got the Jada Pinkett. I'm stressed. Set it off hairstyle going on. It's like I can't deal. Like I'm stressed out type shit. Body cool. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Blavin. She ain't answered the question at all, dog. She didn't answer the question at all. She's 30. She about to be 30, bro. She's 29. Well, based on this video, she's 29. And she just had this video. They just did this video just recently. Well, I think a few hours ago. 29 years old. Three kids. Got the whole laundry list full of shit that she want this man to be. Everything that she don't want him to be. But couldn't even answer a simple three. Just 3 of them joints. Couldn't answer 3 simple things straightforward without her going into a diatribe or a monologue. So we know you lying. You know you ain't got nothing. You know you don't know. Facts. Like, what is that, man? What is that? What is that? Makes no sense to me, bro. Whatsoever. Yo, I might start doing Sundays. I might move my shows to Sundays, bro. I might move my shows to Sunday. I might say I'm not gonna do Saturdays. I just do Sundays. What y'all think? Should I keep it on Saturdays? Because for those of y'all who don't know, you know what I'm saying, I go live on my solo show. I go live on Wednesday and I go live on Saturday. But I skipped yesterday, so I had to do it on Sunday. And then the Banter and Barter show, we go live on Tuesday nights and every other Friday. So, Reese, you said I should move it to Sunday instead of Saturday? You know, Sunday shows. You think, you know what? We might be on to something. I might have to move it to Sunday. Because I'm normally not doing anything on Sunday. I might have to move it to Sunday. I think Sundays might be the move. Clarence, you say I should move it to Sunday? That's a bit. I might have to do Sundays then. That might be the move. That might be the move. I might have to do that. I think I might do that. Also, man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. Also, make sure y'all go support my uploaded videos as well. Make sure y'all go show love, go hype them videos up too. We gotta build this community up, build this platform up. We gotta get to 10K. 10K. Also, we trying to get to 100 ENG members as well. So if you ain't a member, become a member of the ENG community. For those of y'all don't know what ENG means, it's right here on the screen. Earned, not given. That's what we about. Earn, not given. We don't ask for handouts. You know what I'm saying? We all about earning our shit and getting it out the mud and actually working for the things that we do receive. You know what I mean? So actually become an ENG member. But yeah, I think Sunday gonna be it. I think Sunday's gonna be dope. I think that might be the good move. Do an early show like I did today. Start at about 10 or 11. It still be good. That's the way. That's the way. Cool. Well, y'all, if y'all still want to support the channel, don't forget, tap into the super chats. Hit the Cash App as well. If you haven't joined the Discord is in the description of this live stream and as well as the previous video I uploaded. So definitely tap into the Discord. So if you got any videos that you want me to react to, or you want the banter and barter, you know, for Macaroni Tony, Unbiasedly Raw, and Marcus for us to react to, send it in the Discord as well, so that way we can react to it and then we'll shout you out for the person who actually sent the video to us. All right, cool. Hey, appreciate you, Clarence, big dog. I appreciate you, homie. Hey, so until next time, my good people, I appreciate y'all, and I'll holler.